Yeah, this is the problem.
Yep. I think we're live. We're going.
We
are back.
Nice.
With another riveting session of D&D. So, it's been a month. Anyone know what happened last time?
Things.
Yeah.
Big tower fell down.
So you guys, after defeating the guards outside this giant tower, you went inside to find a long hallway. In that hallway, you were encountered a robotic form of Kedron, aka the Shaded One, who spoke with you all. You found out that Cornelius's parents are here on this island somewhere, and that he is very much, Kedron being the he, is very much aware of you being here, and pretty much told you, get the fuck out, and if you don't, you're going to become one of his family. After you quickly destroyed the little robot, you went up the stairs, made your way through a couple of different rooms, to the top of the tower where you found the source of what was changing the weather in this area and for most of this region of the world, which was a crystal that seemed to have ancient divine magic. Trying to tinker with it, trying to break the machine, you eventually were able to just rip out the pedestal, and while Kedron's family was coming to get you, in a moment of panic or genius, you threw the crystal at these vampire spawn running up the stairs, and as soon as this crystal hit the matter, the solid matter of the tower, everything became dust, as its power is so strong. It just evaporated everything, and you were now 30 stories up, free falling into the ground. All of you were able to do something, whether it be cast fly, feather fall, turn into whatever. Like, you were able to get down, and most of the wolves that were with you, Grohl included, was able to survive, and your good buddy Mason survived. He was able to survive the fall. After completing, I guess just killing the rest of the vampire spawn that were around there, you called up Nicolo and told him, hey, I'm ready for my Uber, come pick me up, please. And he showed up, and through the we will see ingenuity of the group, you encased this crystal in essentially a rudimentary pot made out of mud and water that solidified, and you have LTV sitting off the edge of the boat just holding it as you guys scoot your way back across this ocean to the wild with Grohl, and I'm trying to let me pull up the sheet with the other wolves and see who.
Grohl and Mason and whoever else.
Yeah, I know Grohl and Mason.
We have no favoritism at all.
This is gonna make it, damn it.
Nisha, Jusra, Indigo, Mason, Chaka, and Grohl all survived. All of the other Greys and all the other Blacks all died. Sorry. I know, really beat you up.
We are sad.
Much sad.
Yeah, I wasted a good diamond on one of them. I'm very sad. That's most of the You never said I wasted a good diamond.
And so we essentially left off with you guys getting a level up to level 8 and traveling back to the wild. We're gonna start this session today with you guys being back, like being refreshed, awake after a long rest, leveled up. Regardless of like the time, we're gonna say it. Well, I guess I'll let you guys decide. Is there anything you want to do on this trip, or do you want to just start by arriving at the wilds.
I think we all should arrive there and not do anything.
I agree.
Just out of curiosity, were we planning on dropping this thing into the middle of the ocean forever to never?
I have been told that that's a bad idea.
There was a few options that were bounced
I don't
around.
remember exactly the specific ones.
There's a few things bounced around. One was dropping in the ocean. One was dropping on their castle.
That also might hit your parents.
Both was hilarious.
That's
So
why
In the ocean?
No,
No,
you're dropping
on
on their
the-
Kevin's house.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
why I didn't invite it. Kill your parents.
Oh, there you go.
Bless you. Thank you.
That name's exactly why they're here.
Rescue.
Thank you.
Thank
So LTV is our keeper of the stone.
Right now.
yes.
Indeed.
So, what are y'all doing?
Arriving, I'm assuming.
Right now.
Do you want to arrive? Good call.
Fast forward button.
Well, I did say at the end that as you guys were going to do your long rest, Mason did go back into the storage unit.
Oh.
He did say he was going.
Fast travel.
Yeah. So you guys fast travel. You're at the wilds, and you don't know. So, so you guys get to the base of this the city that you came from, where Grohl is essentially the leader, the king, the alpha, and there are hundreds of boats being like constructed as you arrive all across this shoreline, and as you guys hover and kind of land back in the same spot where you had lit fire to the you created a crop circle in the forest where you fought the lion. You're gonna land there, which is just outside the city. You created a helipad essentially, and
Poor thought.
and once arriving, now that you're in the city, Grohl goes back to I don't have to answer the captain anymore, and he just jumps off the ship as it gets close enough to the ground. The others follow, except for Mason, still in the cargo bay. And Grohl in essentially his red, and then the remaining black wolves follow, and he goes back towards the city. He looks back at the rest of you and says, "Tomorrow we launch. Be prepared for war."
Okay, morning.
Because you guys were essentially took about 8 hours to get to Merician, and then you were there pretty much throughout the night, fighting, exploring the tower, and then came back. So it's been about a full day since you've been gone.
Markov, do you know anything about vampires? You know that the sun is rough, I think.
Vampires?
Do we know that that's what they were?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd take a wild guess, what with the blood sucking and the biting and stuff, they're probably vampires, yes. Let me see if I recall anything, DM.
Yeah, make a history check.
What the hell does ZM stand for?
Oh, hey, not bad. Histrionics. That is a 17.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember kind of the hierarchy of vampirism is they have just normal sort of what you would call younglings, which are ones that get turned into versions of their spawn. Then you have the vampire spawn, which were turned by the prime vampire. Huh?
Historian.
Sure.
Historians.
Um, that were turned by the prime vampire. And then you have the actual prime vampire. And this goes within any coven of vampires. For the most part, from your knowledge, that's how it works.
And
What is useful against them?
based on my understanding of that hierarchy, what would I have concluded we fought when we were at that tower? Spawns? Okay.
Spawns. The ones guarding were definitely spawns. The ones that came for you were more than likely spawns. You haven't seen, or you didn't see anything that would look like.
Youngling specifically is what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
like
you
young ones.
don't think you saw anything like that.
How did I kill him?
Well, I
Other
don't
than
think you need
stabbing
much.
them to death.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how much of a history check you need for that. You did manage to kill quite a few. You do know that
I remember
with
it.
exposure
Wait.
I remember an incorporeal mist.
That's why I was like.
for some of them,
Yeah.
there was the incorporeal mist before the sun was released. So once the sun came out, after you guys did the crystal, we're just gonna leave it at that.
Do the crystal.
Right.
And after you did that, the ones that you killed outside did not turn to mist. They died. So in the sunlight, they are definitely weaker, and seem to not have a second chance, if you will, when they're reduced to 0 hit points to fly away in mist form. So you know that sunlight hurts them. You know, with the 17, I'd say you know about the forbiddance rules around not being able to enter a domicile without permission. You know that silver and holy water do more damage than you would think they would.
Okay.
But you're more familiar with the hierarchy and the sort of how they grow their hive more than the killing part.
And so that's all I know about vampires.
That was very informative.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't make a living as a
So we
historian.
need silver arrows.
Yes.
I don't know if holy water can be found here, but I mean, you can make holy water, can't you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I can.
I've got an alchemy jar that can produce gallons of it, so.
Well, I think it's the whatever. Yeah, water's water.
You-
It is. I know, I can
Bless
make gallons
is
of
the-
water. For him to
But I
bless.
guess you just messed with my mind. You were not creating holy water out of the jug.
No, he'll bless it as it comes out.
He's-
Yeah.
Then it's holding.
Also, my question would be: I do recall them saying while we were fighting just really a day ago that these weren't exactly the cowards that they were referring to.
I thought they were.
I thought they were.
I thought he said that, I asked him, are these the cowards? And he said, not exactly.
Well, he said he didn't remember them being like this.
Okay, maybe, I guess, but yeah, I guess they could have changed. Because my worry is we get over them. Like, these aren't the people we're fighting. We were going past a storm because we just need to get rid of the storm.
You know, it might have been a good idea for us to ask Grohl if he recognized any of the cowards in the photographs.
We did.
This
He
photograph?
said no.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah.
That's my uncle.
And if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to take that in case for some reason we don't succeed.
Well, it's not my uncle, it's like the elder militant was in the picture. Or the
Master
elder.
Secret.
Elder Secret, yeah, the
Master
spy
Secret.
master was in the picture, correct?
Yeah,
Okay,
let me pull up
well-
But I knew. I know him. I don't know if I'm related to him, but I know him.
Yeah, because you said like he's looked old all your life.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of fighting vampires and stuff like that, I feel like we need to take stock of each other's abilities in combat. I'm noticing some disharmony in the ranks whenever we're fighting, and it's mostly just devolving into us stabbing things.
Because
at
they're not how you
random.
fight. You just
It is.
stab it.
However, with such a talented group of people, I think that we could probably find a way to, well, I regret using corporate buzzwords, but synergize the way that we fight.
You asking
Melicroft,
for
it's not
strategy? Melicroft has really gotten smarter with these level ups.
It's not like you to be cold.
He got a processor upgrade.
I'm not against strategy. I think that there is a quite a variety here. We might as well use it to our advantage. And the last fight was
Y'all shoot things.
a
I
bit
hit
chaotic.
things.
I stop things.
That's how it works.
I do.
We're definitely not
Now-
against corporate greed.
I have noticed that some of us shoot arrows. Like you said, you shoot things, you grab things and smash things, and you stab things. So this could be someone grabbing somebody and then someone shooting or stabbing them. Or perhaps if anyone has, I don't know, any magical spells that cause people to trip over their shoelaces or something. We
It's
could.
called fist.
That sounds fun.
With all due
I
respect,
have a
Melicroft,
wizard called Trick.
well, she's got tripping abilities. And I do recall he was holding one of them and I just kind of shot at them with the arrows
It
in the
was target
distance.
practice.
See, yes. we're getting somewhere. What I'm saying is we should do more of that.
Agreed.
Fair.
Considering that we're about to probably start a war with vampires.
Speaking of this war, correct me if I'm wrong, but why are we helping? Did we do our part of the war and make all the weather go away? I don't actually want to help these people.
The only reason that we're going to be involved with the war part of this is to find Cornelius's parents, which we can then bring back to Callan.
But we don't
And
even
also,
participate.
Well-
isn't that Valcor?
Yes.
What?
Oh, and on that note, it was Bart Teleri, who is the elder merchant.
Oh,
The merchant.
So I am related to
Oh
him.
yeah, Valcor's in
He is. Yeah.
So isn't that the guy you want to kill?
That's your like your mom's like older brother.
Yeah.
And that's my really old uncle.
I
So-
oh, we will
Hilarious
kill him.
sharks.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, and his
but
family.
yeah,
He's
he's
still
strategic, as you say.
So-
I would like to just skip past.
I have an answer for why, and that is because I'm pretty sure that there's, if not an entire army, at least a few dozen or several hundred vampires standing between us and Cornelius's parents. And having an army of anyone to help us fight them is probably the best way to navigate.
You gotta think of us
We
as
don't.
like a
We don't.
strike team.
How could we just send them in and handle
We don't have to finish the war. We just need to show up with them, and while they're fighting vampires,
Get his parents.
we get his parents.
I just want to make sure that was the plan.
I'm glad we have a plan. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen if my parents are, part of the family or whatever. They may not be able to leave.
That does pose the question because they made that pretty clear. So what, Cornelius, what do you want to do with your parents if they are turned or if they refuse to come with us?
I can kill them for you if you don't think you can.
You know what? We'll put that on the table, but we'll leave it there as we talk. I don't know what to do other than anything at all.
We'll put that on the table, and we're gonna leave it there.
I don't know what to do other than maybe try to find a way to force them. If I have to restrain my parents, taking them back to our home, we can maybe do something with them.
Is there, I mean, the only story we have is you. Is there a way people have come back from vampirism?
I was literally about to ask Shade if I know any cures for vampirism.
Or vampires who...
Will the DM just give an answer to a big part
Plot
of the story?
question.
Find out first.
So that better be a nat 20.
No, you don't.
No, don't even roll for it.
No.
Another big problem I have is as much as I love my parents, and if they were working against their own judgment, being vampires, technologically and magically speaking, these are two of the most brilliant minds coming out of the main continent we're part of. I can't think.
Eudora.
You know,
We didn't see much of the city, right?
between the
It's
two
too
of them,
far
they can
from
cause such damage.
the tower, right?
You did not. You saw the light from
Okay.
what seemed to be a big building, but you're assuming that's the castle that he spoke of. But
I guess more of my question is, did it look more, I guess, futuristic than what we're used to? Like, if we were compared to Redborough, was it more steampunky or...
I don't know if you got there.
Okay, that's what I was at.
Yeah, I don't think you would have
close
seen.
enough
I think you guys went straight for the tower.
to- Okay.
I'm trying to remember as well, so if you guys
I remember
remember,
it
I don't
being
believe
quite a far
so.
away, but I didn't know if, like, when we were falling...
I don't know if you got close enough to tell like the details of whether it's more futuristic, but you definitely saw where it was. So when you go back, you'll be able to find it. But I don't know if you got close enough to see the details.
Okay.
I will say, we don't have to kill Cornelius's parents because even the smartest person can be knocked out. What we need to do is make sure that if they are turned, we have a way of restraining them, and then we can figure out a cure from there, because I know some general knowledge about vampires, but the cure for their condition I do not know. And that's assuming they are vampires. That's a big if.
I don't
So
think
silver
they can be
chains.
around you if they want.
Yes.
So, silver chains.
I can hold person.
For how
Can you
long?
do it for hours?
So here's the thing, Isadora. I don't know if vampires, and I don't mean this in like a derogatory way. I don't know if vampires are considered like
Pe-
human, people. and for the purposes of
I mean, she's not.
holding.
So you
I'm
would
not
need something to say hold the monster?
Yeah, I would say monster's probably more along the line of.
What if it was a spell that did
Why
such
are
a
they
thing?
called monsters, huh?
Maybe even
Yeah.
Because they don't have the same blood as you, so they're monsters.
No, it's generally the like
That's why I don't
Offending our
person.
captain.
the consumption of. Do you eat people, Nicolo?
If I could, I would.
They don't eat people.
They
He's mostly
really
doing
do.
it.
But based on their blood.
That is eating people.
That's consuming,
Consuming blood.
If you,
literally
want,
consuming the life.
Consuming blood, yes.
if you want to get in the
Eating
head of
people.
someone who does eat people, I know someone here that would love to talk to you about it.
Speaking of which,
Also, did you guys notice Mason is gone?
that's what I was going to say. I need to check on him, but I don't want to completely leave the conversation about
Don't worry.
us working together.
You can think about us as you're walking down there.
How far is Will got? Like,
Yeah.
we need
They're-
some.
they're-
I mean,
to
I'm
the
sure we
city.
can just go into the camp.
Okay, because
Yeah,
we need
they're
silver
on the way.
chains, silver arrows.
Yeah.
They're on the way to the
I
they're on the
saw
way to their
24
campsite.
I mean, we could also
You
Yeah,
just
abundant
leave your
silver
boat.
we
Well, we could
said.
also just be like, hey, Willoughby.
Do we
And then
go
try to
there?
think of Willoughby.
Yeah. We can connect with them.
Oh yeah, Willoughby.
Hello.
Did we happen to eat one of our wolf companions?
Yes. Is Mason down there? Willoughby, is Mason down there?
I think so.
Okay, Mason is down there. I'm gonna go look.
Okay, you go.
Buddy system, gonna need a friend.
I'll go with you.
Who's
I don't have
volunteering?
fancy lights. I
I
don't
will
mind.
tap my forehead and cast light on it.
You go downstairs. You go to push open the door, and it seems to be like
Oh no.
it doesn't seem locked because you can
He's still
turn
going
and start to kind of
Why
push,
are
but
they
it's definitely being
door?
pushed back against. And you hear him go,
Oh.
Is there a pool of blood?
no.
Willoughby, we need to get in.
Not you.
Why not? Okay.
Willoughby, can I come in?
Yes.
Besties.
Come on, Barbie.
In the group chat, I'm like, Isadora,
Yes.
Yes.
can you meet me at the carnival?
Yeah, you realize the group chat is from him, right?
Yeah.
He's the cell phone carrier.
If he's letting me in, I'm gonna assume he's gonna let
Oh, you're telling
Isadora.
Isadora to come down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
He's our internet service provider.
Yes.
I'm
So
gonna.
what do you need?
I don't know
for?
what his issue is.
I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna wait here.
Yes, please.
I'm,
What are
I'm
we
not
doing?
going upstairs.
We're gonna go say hi to my friend Willoughby.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going.
I'm
The
gonna.
door opens and there's no resistance.
Here we
Dang.
Oh, I'm just gonna like lean against the door and just wait.
As you guys
Hi, Willoughby.
Bye.
like kind of inch your way in, looking around, it's pitch black. And as soon as you
Right.
make your way far enough, the door behind slams. And you turn the light on and look, and there's just Willoughby floating right above like where the door is. And you can kind of see like where he just closed the door and he looks back.
And I'm doing this because I'm not intentionally trying to like blind him with the light, but I've got it and I'm not turning it
He's
off.
squinting all of his eyes.
I'm the glowing eyes are squinting back at it.
Not sure if he hears.
So you want to eat something?
No, I did not want to eat anything. Did you?
I don't eat. Is
All right.
hey bud,
Hey, pal.
is Mason down here?
Yes. Yes.
Where is he?
You look and you see Mason sort of hunched, kind of
No.
looking away, just standing, just kind of like hunched over like this. He's like, and Willoughby's like, I think he's sleeping. He's been doing that for a while.
At a glance, are there any holes or missing limbs or any general bodily injury that was not incurred in the?
He looks fully intact and full of fur.
Does he look full of life?
Is he breathing? I'm walking up to him.
Is he living a fulfilled and happy life?
What's his emotional
Quality of
state?
life.
I don't.
Read it.
Without sounding like a mean DM, I don't think you would know that from just looking at
Fair.
his ass.
I'm walking up to him. I want to see if he's breathing and stuff.
He's breathing. Yeah, you
Oh,
get
sick,
close and you can
okay.
see him breathing. He's
That's
just
what I
like
meant,
it's almost like
you
he's
know,
like
full of life.
hibernating. He's just like
Hey Mason.
No response.
Alright, let me see.
Oh, I've been trying to wake him. He's doesn't seem to be responding.
Did he get bit?
Do you? And
Can I inspect his neck?
Willoughby's like, do you? And then as you go to turn back where he was, like Willoughby is now like right behind Isadora.
Sick.
And he like kind of goes down underneath kind of where your chin is, and it makes you kind of have to like go like this, but he's right here. And he's just a tiny little bean. Like he's just a tiny little guy. He looks smaller than he was last time you've seen him.
Mm-hmm.
And only your head, Isadora. You hear
Down here.
You hear. How long have you been here?
She? Just a few minutes.
How long have you been here? Wearing this skin?
Oh. Several decades at this point. I
Do you
believe
like
I
it?
was turned when
Do
I
you
was
enjoy
about
it?
12. Most days.
Would you go back, if you could, to your previous model?
Previous model. I've given that some thought before, but part of me wants to, but part of me really enjoys the freedom that this form gives me.
That makes me happy to hear. Okay, Thank you.
Why does that make you happy?
because freedom sounds nice. I'm stuck in here. I don't know much about freedom. And then you watch this little bean shrink, 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 and then he moves so fast that your eyes can't keep up in the darkness, and he's gone. And Mason stands fully tall and looks down. Okay, time to go.
Mason, did you get a good nap?
Yeah,
Awesome. Are you hungry? Do you need anything?
I could eat.
Wait, is that what you were doing? Were you just napping?
Yeah,
Standing up?
yeah. It wasn't.
In a corner?
I mean, there's not a lot of room down here. Do you sleep standing up in a corner?
I don't.
Oh,
Which is why I was confused.
I'll teach you if you want.
So this is a normal thing for you.
Yeah.
As long as it is normal for you.
Did Chloe?
Yeah, I know.
Did everyone leave? Did I miss it?
Yeah, we just made it back there.
Did I miss the war?
No, you didn't miss the war.
You still have a chance to die.
The war is still to come.
He's like, all right.
Did you happen to talk to Willoughby while you were down here?
Who's a bee?
Willoughby? Who's a bee?
I mean, I don't know if I will or not.
Why did they save Mason?
I'm gonna reach into a crate and I'm assuming I know where the food stuff is, and just like grab some salted meat or whatever provisions and just like hand him some duck. There's you a snack, bud. Why don't you go catch up with your family?
I also like to think that like, this box of salted meat is just completely full because all we ever had was fucking noodles.
No rest needs a run.
Wait, we had
But-
meat?
And I carefully place the board back like nobody else is getting that.
What you don't realize is the
Whatever.
salted meat was definitely the guy that Willoughby consumed earlier, and now it's just.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
no.
I'm kidding.
You know, Mason's gonna walk up and I'm gonna be like,
We have meat.
Yeah, there's some left over. It's bright out here.
I've had noodles for like
Upon
7
exiting the cargo hold, Mellowcroft will have an extra piece of meat specifically for
Bernari.
Like I will walk up and without looking, just hand it to you.
And you guys watch Mason just kind of struts. Mason sort of struts to the edge, and you see where like the ladder, and instead of taking the ladder, he just kind of hops. And as he jumps down, right before he lands, just like at the tower, he like hovers for a moment. He jumps and like hovers right above the ground and lands. He just kind of sluggishly walks, kind of swaying each way as he walks towards the camp.
I don't think that he's all right in the
I
head.
think something's a little wrong there.
I think so too.
It's fine.
What happened in there? 'Cause I'm standing at the door, so when you guys
Yeah.
open up and walk out, I
Willoughby
was
talked to
standing
me
right
for
there.
a second, but there wasn't anything about Mason. And then he went poof.
Crazy kid.
Can Willoughby leave the ship?
No.
No.
He said that he is stuck there. We talked about freedom for a moment.
Why is he stuck there? How is he stuck there?
Oh, it's magic.
Could
Yeah, actually, your grandmother's magic. It's a pretty strong magic.
Could be possessed.
could Willoughby potentially hitch a ride off the ship?
Such as inside Mason.
Who's Mason?
The
That one.
I don't know. You'd have to ask
Ooh.
the grandmama.
Is there a reason we've kept this thing alive this whole time?
so he doesn't eat us.
No, the
I guess that's more of a question for my grandparents of why they kept the monster alive.
Oh, to be fair, yeah, it was. He is.
Hold
property
on.
of the ship,
Hold on. Now I'm starting to get a little upset. Why is he monster? Because he doesn't look like you. He's different. Why is he a thing? Why is it a thing to be kept alive? He's my friend. I've worked with him for 25 years. Why is suddenly he's such a problem?
He's not.
I've never referred to him as monster.
He is not a
But
problem.
you guys just
he
did.
seems like
I
a
did
problem.
not.
Don't really appreciate a floating worm reading my thoughts and past history out of my head. So,
This
Well,
has happened to
listen,
me
I
We seem to make
understand
you feel like
consent
we're
is
alive.
something that we've kind of established here in this world. In the astral sea, they don't really believe in it because you typically never run into other people. It's so big and vast. You just got to ask him not to, and he won't.
yeah, sure.
It usually helps with bribery.
Please don't
of
stab me
flesh.
after you've stabbed me.
Yes.
Please don't make me
Well,
think I
'cause-
stabbed somebody after I didn't stab them.
Oh, he does. He does do that.
See, that's a problem.
You know how many times I've thought I've fallen off the ship and I come to and I'm laughing alongside Willoughby because
Being a murderer is funny.
after following.
Yes, that
falling-
sounds very safe.
I know I'm from a different decade, but
It's
that
really
sounds
funny
exactly
once you
like
see it through the lens of humor and comedy.
It is a problem.
You know, I
that
think
address
comedy is
my
really taking
grandparents.
a.
You know what? I think you're right.
No one takes a joke anymore. No.
It's all political correctness.
Another question: if he's not a monster,
Yes.
if he gets off the ship,
Yes.
does anybody have to worry? And if that answer is yes,
Listen.
then it's
Okay. Listen.
But
I have a follow-up question for you, and this is just from my
now answer.
from my observations.
Answer your question with another question.
I've noticed that when I let you folks off the ship,
Mhm.
shit seems to get worse for whatever it is that you are. So by that logic, should I keep you guys chained up in the cargo hold as
I
well?
mean, I was chained up, so that's probably true.
I'm sorry, that's insensitive. Chain the rest of you.
I think it would literally be impossible for you to change it.
I feel like
Probably
since
fair.
I feel
I
like
don't really
since
have
we
much
are
grip strength.
we are borrowing this ship. This is not our ship,
We're not borrowing to pay for it.
I thought it's your ship.
right? But it is not our
It's the
ship,
family's ship.
right? It is the
If you
family
run the
ship that is
lease.
not run
Well, I
by
know all
you,
about finance.
right? So if
Like this
the
moment.
owners of the ship have decided that Willoughby stays there, I don't know that we have the power to make the choice to remove him.
I'm not worried about the choice to remove him. I'm worried about Willoughby removing himself from the place he was contained.
I will say that if he has been on his ship for 25 years,
Mhm.
chances are if he can remove himself, he has done so already.
That's
in the
what
past.
I'm worried about.
But he has come back, and this would not be his first venture out into the world.
I feel like
I
this is
imagine.
the first time someone's fed him, though.
I don't know.
When's the last time you fed Willoughby an actual body?
I don't do it. It's bad.
Does anybody?
Some people have, yeah.
And what happened to those people?
They're no longer on the ship.
I'm still on the ship.
You did, to be fair, feed him a dead body.
I did feed him a dead
I
body.
Well, you should never feed them one that's alive.
I fed him a dead body.
I'm just saying that Willoughby is a being, monster or not, that can grow teeth, grow in size, grow in speed, can make people hallucinate things, can read anybody's mind without any permission. That's terrifying.
You're jealous, aren't you?
Terrifying.
I'm very jealous.
Yeah.
Listen. Just because you can grow in size doesn't make you a monster, right?
I've been called plenty of names,
But
so
you're not a monster.
that's debatable.
But it just depends. You're friends to these people. I
So
consider
one
you guys
part
pretty
is
nice,
size,
even though I know if I
but-
crossed you, I'd die. But I
I'm
consider you
not
nice.
saying
It's the same
title-
relationship I have with Willoughby. I know if I cross him, I'd probably die.
The title monster is not the important part. It's him getting off the ship I'm worried about.
Do you think he's gone? Hey, Willoughby.
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 Shit.
Oh, you're
Okay, we may have problems.
Mason's gone.
I didn't do anything. He dragged my
Okay.
ass down the.
Okay,
the
serious question,
place.
not to put blame. Who let the dumb wolf down there?
I don't know.
That was not me.
I think
Let him down. He
I think
jumped
he
off.
went down himself.
No,
into
no,
the
no, no, no,
cargo.
Who went down to the cargo?
Who let him down there? Because remember, as all the wolves got up on the ship, the first thing Captain said was nobody go down to the basement. Like Captain said that
Was
to the
that
wolves.
Cornelius?
And then remember how Cornelius did he wanted to get help because
We're not
Willoughby.
fishing right now, Cornelius.
Alright.
You look like you're fishing.
Somebody changing into the
We are fishing.
Nervously.
I'm changing it to the dagger. I'm like, yeah, that's really good.
Cornelius,
Yeah.
you let Mason down there, did you not?
Well, I mean, I merely suggested he could go down there to find more crossbow bolts for the ballistas.
Mm-hmm. So why aren't you speaking up?
Oh, I was interested. I was paying attention to something else. LTV, you're doing great work, by the way.
Thank you. Let me know when I can bring this back in.
Who let the dog out? Yeah, why do you need to know?
I did lead Mason down there because, if I'm being honest, Willoughby might have kind of tricked me into thinking if I fed him Mason, he wouldn't kill my parents when we go back. My parents have an abounding amount of knowledge, magical and technological. Do you think for 2 seconds Willoughby doesn't want to bury themselves?
But now we have a Mason with an abounding amount of Willoughby out there somewhere that we've got to find.
Hell yeah.
I don't
Do
mind.
we see Mason in the distance at this point?
He's still slugging. He's just.
Maybe
He's not
rather
getting
than
very
talking
far.
about
Why don't we
this, let's
bring
go get
in
Mason.
Mason.
He's walking almost like someone who isn't used to having feet.
Hey Mason.
It's like
All right.
So yeah, let's.
He like turns his head and like you see like kind of from he's probably like a couple hundred feet away and you just see his ear kind of flip back.
Mason, we need you back on the ship.
No thanks.
No, we do.
I was gonna offer him a treat, but
Can I knock him out?
We have meat.
Huh?
How far away is
do you want?
it's only 700 feet. Like,
Don't judge me. Do you want a treat? you want a big piece of meat?
Okay.
Big old treat.
What? Big old tree.
That's
He
what
comes
Shane
back.
said.
He comes back.
I don't know.
Yeah, what are you gonna do now?
You also, I will say, it around this time, it's been, I don't know, in real game, probably like 10 minutes or so since Grohl and all them left. You guys hear a commotion, like barking, snarling, yelling commotion from the city around this time, and like as Mason turns to come back for the treat, he hears that, and like there's like this instinctual you see him suddenly go from this sluggish, you're like, oh, that's why they brought Mason, because then he just goes into like hunter mode, and just bolts towards the city and really fast.
His animalistic is different.
Okay, I'm gonna
Run. I'm gonna run.
I'm gonna Misty step 30 feet in his direction and then start running after him after that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
I'm gonna get down. And run out.
the one or two of you that doesn't have like the magical ability is just gonna like slowly climb. On my way.
I would very quickly, at some point in time we're fine, I'd like to ask Mikolo, just out of curiosity,
Yeah.
short of like magical damage and slashing and things, are you immune to all like poisons and infections of like blood related things?
Apparently.
Okay.
I don't know about all, but apparently if a vampire tries to suck my blood,
Right.
it doesn't work.
Suck on my glove.
Whoa.
Turns out, just makes You know, me
I
feel
like we're
icky
gonna
for a
be
little bit, and then
related in some
back
way.
to blue and
Yeah,
better than ever.
Just because of our voices.
but
Well,
it's
you
really
see-
susceptible to pollution. So
Well, yeah, I was just
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
curious. What are the things we don't have to worry about? We don't have to worry about him being poisoned, most likely, and other stuff. So.
Is that-
Morning oil.
Ironically, I can drown.
You
Well, that
can?
seems absolutely ridiculous. Oh, that's a joke. Is that a joke?
Yeah, he's
yeah,
So,
So if you were in the ocean, you become the whole ocean.
that's ridiculous. Only a little pup. No, I keep my solid. I keep my solid form.
by the
I'm
way,
still solid. You can touch me. I'm solid. And it's like touching like a piece of sausage, like wrapped in
Rubber.
casing. It's like you can tell like it's squishy, like it doesn't have any like bone or like
But there's viscous in the street.
yeah. There's definitely like there's definitely, but it's not wet.
yeah.
He's definitely made of water, but he's got solid. Like he's not flowing water. Like it's not always wet everywhere he's at. Like he's
And so what's going on?
Remind me of the Elemental movie. Does he have firewalls
all of the
too?
wolves and stuff starting to howl and sneer and make a lot of noise. So Mason, who we were trying to get coming back to the ship,
Yeah,
is
Mason's got a
he's in
stowaway.
there. His animal instinct kicked in. And he's spoken it towards the city.
I missed
How
you
fast
steps
is
and
he
ran.
running?
I mean, we're all climbing down.
Very
she
fast.
missed a step to run after, so we're yeah.
very quickly.
I'm pretty
Not
quick.
He went from like sluggishly walking to like sprinting full speed. He's going.
Well, with,
Like all fours.
I guess is his movement speed 40 or lower?
His
Well, I don't know if you heard it. There's a commotion in town.
Well, I mean, like my speed is 40, so I don't know if I was wondering.
he was about 200 feet away,
Yeah.
and then he started to take a couple steps back, heard the commotion, and then took
Oh,
off
okay,
and
so I'm not
bolted.
catching up to him.
Um,
None of us are.
I mean, it would be close. I mean, you could probably catch up to him by the time he gets.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
I want to say his speed is 40 as a wolf. I had
No,
a stat
but
block. I
I
just
mean-
got to figure out where it is in
How
my.
mean do y'all want me to be? I
Maybe
guess
save
is the
it.
question.
we're going to see what's going on.
Just teasing us with the
I know. Earlier he went just
That's the hamburger meat.
Once I get close to him, I have something I can do.
Well, are we all gonna go down there just to see what the howling is about?
I'm ready to climb down.
It's 40 feet.
Yes.
I'm gonna real quick before we run off. I'm gonna check the mud ball. How's the mud ball looking?
It's still being held by LTV.
I mean, is the mud ball starting to dry out, crumble?
Looks a little more dry than it was.
Okay, so I'm gonna just not a lot, but I'm gonna get a little bit of water and kind of dampen it up, and then like just tap mending on some of the cracks and stuff to kind of seal it
Reseal
back together.
Okay. Make a.
Oh no!
Make an Arcana.
Arcana.
Or we'll say a wisdom-based intelligence
I
check.
don't know what's good for.
Or wisdom-based check. Not wisdom-based.
Just a wisdom-based check.
You gotta beat a 20.
You gotta beat a 20. That's
Oh!
We will not.
Whoa!
Okay. Yeah, you're like
I don't get disintegrated.
you notice like you don't really feel it. You're not physically touching it, but it hardens up even more. And LTV's like feels better.
Very good. Thank you, LTV. I appreciate you.
Before I'll be one of the last ones to leave. I'll tell Nicola. I don't know what's going on. I can hear the commotion. Just be ready to leave at a moment's notice.
Okay, I'll try to get a quick nap.
And then I'll jump off the ship and start booking it.
Okay. You guys sort of single file, since you all sort of left at different times. You're following the trail that you just watched Grohl and Mason and the other Wolfbane go down. And as you get towards the as you get to where the perimeter of the city is, close to where you remember seeing Grohl just a couple days ago, carrying these large strider bodies up this cobblestone road up to his main hut at the top of the hill. Now you're at the base of it, where you ended up fighting quite a few of these wolves over a bag of holding and nothing else. Proving your worth in courage and abilities. But you see a massed large group of Wolfbane of all colors. and you see it. You see clearly as you get. You can see clearly now as you get closer. There's one gray wolfbane with like war paint painted across his fur on his face and down his chest, and you see in his clutched claw, you see the familiar red fur of the wolf that was serving Grohl and you all at the top.
They're
The
the one that
footprints-
was
Lupa?
cleaning our armor.
Yeah,
that one?
Lupa was her name.
Lupa.
What the fuck?
I, Cody the player, smell a mutiny.
It's a coup.
Lady Lupa.
Didn't he call in a prince from like somewhere else
Yeah.
to reign while he was not here?
Yes.
Somebody's trying to take his pack.
Where's Grohl?
Grohl's standing he's standing back to you facing this, and you see like his like sort of claws are out by his side, and you see the few black wolves as well as the red wolf that was with him standing alongside, and they're looking up, and you just hear a bunch of like snarling back and forth. Doesn't seem like they're making any sort of like intelligible like words. They're just showing aggression in their own way.
Does it seem like the majority of people, I mean, I know that we can't really tell exactly what they're saying, but can we sense that they're in agreement with the guy who just beheaded Lupa or against him?
It seems they're against if they're all aggressive against him.
Yeah, I'd say it's kind of tough to tell from this first look. I'd say the longer you're there, the more you can probably understand context.
Mhm.
But it definitely seems like there's been some conversations while you were away that created the minds to shift,
The one
and it
with
seems to be turning.
the one with the war paint. Do we recognize
You
him?
do. This is Borg.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said one of them
That's what I
remember
thought.
the tent.
Who?
Get
It's the one that we
smacked
talked
on.
to in the tent.
Yeah.
Me and you, right?
Yeah, the one that was an asshole.
He wasn't really too keen on
Dick.
it.
Is there another gold one present, or is it just the white one?
There is another gold one present.
Oh shit.
The gold one is actually sitting down behind. So they've created this like pyre of. Now that you guys are closer, you see this large bonfire, and there are probably 36 burnt corpses of Wolfbane on this fire. And as Grohl walks up, you see Lupa's head be tossed into the fire, and Borg just like beats on his chest and like howls, and then all the other wolves standing inside howl as well. And as Isadora says, "Boo,"
I was about to. Yeah, because I'm already ready to.
Have we all caught up?
That's just how I feel.
Real quick. Have we all caught up?
Silence.
Yeah, I think we're all there.
I want to do something not related to combat, if that's what's about to happen. But if we've caught up, is Mason there?
yeah,
The moment I'm within 30 feet of Mason, I'm going to cast Detect Evil or Good, which can detect specifically aberrations, and I want to see if there's any hitchhikers on Mason's person. This is, and I'm just doing this because Melicroft had planned to do that from the moment he bolted. So this is like, and I'm not going to share any of this info until like there's a good time to do it. But Melicroft's doing that the moment he's within range to do it.
You see what that?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Thank you.
These guys seem upset.
You know what?
Now it's like, you know what? We might go ahead.
you see in the back of Mason's mind, like right in the back of his skull, you see this little glowing speck.
Did you tell us that one before?
And
We all know
for
that
some
one
reason,
is
as it's
the bottom.
glowing, it's like aberration. Just lets you know for some reason that it's an aberration. I don't know how the spell works, but it lets you know.
Well, okay. Anyway, so we'll discuss that. I'm assuming something's about to pop off, so that was just. We'll talk about that. Oh, he does. He's a hitchhiker.
Yeah.
He has a little buddy, his little friend.
Friend
Messenger.
subjective.
Yeah.
Might not be so accurate, but you know.
Is that a hitchhiker more like?
Yep. Well, so you see her head be thrown into the fire.
Yeah, I'll start growling when I see it.
And then Isadora says, "Boo!"
Oh,
And
no.
as,
Jesus Christ, Isadora.
and as that happens,
Unless you feel.
all the wolfbane sort of focus back, and you see like just the side profile of the golden head of Grohl kind of look back, and you just see him just kind of like shake his muzzle, like just no. And he looks back up, and there's probably 300 or 400 wolf like here, and Borg, the war-painted gray wolf, gives out a loud howl, and then he just says, "Cowards came back. Foolish. Follow your false leader, Grohl, and go. We'll give you 1 hour. Cowards."
Can I be standing next to Grohl at this point?
If you wanted to, yeah.
Yeah, I want to stand next to him and just, because I'm, at this point, just as angry. Well, maybe not just as angry, but I'm angry. And I just want to look at Grohl and go, can I kill him?
Do we all know that Willoughby's in Mason?
Only
No,
once.
I detected that. I haven't. There's something a little more immediately
Talk about
pressing at the moment.
suspicions.
Okay.
And he's acting
Well,
strange.
I wrote if we all know that Willoughby might be in Mason, I wanted to do something, but I don't know. But if Callan knows that, I guess is my question.
I mean, we were all having a
So-
conversation about it.
It's a tense standoff, right? Okay. Where are you in the group?
I mean, I was just been with the group. I would have.
What did Grohl say?
On your back?
He just said no. He just shook his
We
head.
can't
No.
kill him.
And then when you leave, I can be like, hey, so Willoughby's definitely with Mason right now. I feel like now's maybe not the time to like, but I don't know.
So, and do we have the group chat up right now because we're close to Willoughby?
I was never in the group chat.
Willoughby thinks
I
he's
wasn't
slick.
invited.
Yeah, Willoughby doesn't know that you guys know that he's in this head.
We're smarter than he
Should I
thinks.
have told you? Should I have mentioned this to you?
I wonder how many Willoughby can control.
Roll's standing next to it, yeah, so.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
He's a
Give
little
him
in front of you.
land.
You guys are all sort of in the same clumped up area.
I'm gonna. He's telling me that Willoughby's here, so I'm gonna go. Willoughby, can you hear me? In my head.
You see Mason just.
How many can you control at one time? I know you can do it. Don't tell me that shit. How many can you control of them?
None. I need to be in there. In their skin. I can't be in more than one.
Can you
at a
get in that gold one?
time. I can
Is this
swallow
just
them
between
whole.
the two of them?
What did you say, sir?
What?
So you
Can you get in
He
the
said I
gold
can
one?
swallow them whole.
I'm sorry.
Is this just between the two of them?
I think so. Yeah. He doesn't have an open channel. No, it's just
How long would it take you to swallow them whole?
a few moments.
And then you'd be gone?
They would.
I'm gonna think it will be.
You
I'm
were
here
just
too.
saying he's a problem. Like, eat them all.
Their problem.
Melbourne's gonna try to three-way call. And like,
Incoming call. You guys hear like a chiming. And you're like,
I'm gonna think of like, hey, Will, are you guys talking? Am I missing anything?
hold on, Callan. Willoughby. What do you think about Melicroft before I let him on? Is it cool? I can say I'm busy.
Are you hungry?
Always. What are you asking?
I could eat.
You gonna feed him live people?
Let me in. Let me in.
Melly wants to be part of the conversation.
Just say yes.
I probably.
I'm so glad.
Back behind the tin side of people is just Melcroft's head pivoting from one person to the other. It's like, what are they talking about?
There's a moment where all the growling sort of comes to a natural pause as you. I'm assuming this happens while you and Willoughby are like negotiating.
Yeah.
Whatever this is. And then the golden wolf stands, and Borg like bows down. He says, "Auric," and all of the others kind of look to him and like bow their head and say, "Auric."
I don't want to fucking
How
send
many,
the
how
whole party.
many of
away.
them are all of the, like, 300 are all bowing to Auric?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say
Or I'm assuming or.
Auric is what I heard.
Or
No, Auric. A-U-R-I-C.
Oh, I was right. Auric. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or von Lichten.
Boric, more like Boric. That's what I'm saying. He's a Borg.
It is now.
I don't know what Callan and Willoughby are talking about, but I'm gonna think to Willoughby like, "Hey, Willoughby, is there any way you could like get inside that Auric guy's head and I don't know, take him for a spin?" This is independent of what you're doing.
I don't think so.
So can I go?
I would
Roll
need-
was right next to us.
I would
right?
need to.
Sorry, go ahead. Finish. I'm sorry.
I need to. How do I put it? I need to remove his life essence before I can take control.
Killed Mason.
Okay.
Oh no, Cornelius!
That stings a little to hear, but yeah, let's do it. Let's get after it.
Well, I didn't have to say yes. So.
Lucky you.
I just
You're not
wanted
the
to ask-
problem.
I don't know what you guys are talking
about this
about.
conversation.
What do you want to ask?
Just asking Grohl. I know you. Obviously, there's a certain amount of back and forth here, Grohl. But do you have anybody here left that's loyal to you amongst these people? Did he take everybody? Like, is everything basically between the burning and Lupa? Was that all he's got left?
Grohl.
To see if he recognizes
Again, Grohl doesn't want
Got
to turn his
Mason?
back.
Yeah.
Grohl doesn't want to turn his back on what's going on, so he just sort of like gives you a little side eye, and he's like, "Loyalty can be shifted as quickly as day comes night. These people just need to be reminded who is more powerful, who is more alpha."
How do we
I'm
do
gonna-
that?
Willoughby.
I got it.
Yes.
Real quietly to the back of your mind and be like, "Hey, Faria, so Willoughby is inside Mason, and I think he's about to do something, so
And then
get
Grohl,
ready."
and then Grohl just kind of beats in his chest and like howls, like, "Ow!" And everyone, and like there's something about the tone of how that is that all the wolves who aren't translating to common because of the juice you have, like they just know that means duel, and the two gold and Auric
Come on, guys.
kind of like slowly, like on all fours, like comes down the pyre, and he stands in front of Grohl. And Grohl, who you guys have always seen, kind of his head just about right here, always seems very like confident and like this is his like full bolster. You see Grohl just expand, and he gets taller and taller, and like stands fully straight up. And even with Ulrich at his full height, Grohl stands about a foot taller. And he looks around now over the head of Ulrich, and he looks at all the people. He says, "I am ashamed that you be tricked by this puny peasant." And without anything, just peasant, and went, and as he slices and cracks through the jaw of Ulrich, you see the bottom half of Ulrich's mouth hang, and he goes to like swipe back, and then just Grohl goes, bites into his neck and snaps, and Ulrich, without a fight even happening, Ulrich just falls to the ground. And Grohl looks back at you guys, and he has like blood dripping down like his mane of his like fur down his chest, and he looks at every single one of these 300-400 wolves, and he says, "I'll fight you all one at a time, or you follow me and we take back what's ours from the cowards. Are you with me, or are you with him?" And they look up at Grohl standing on the pyre.
I mean, board.
You mean Borg?
Borg, sorry. And all the wolves slowly turn to look at Borg, and you hear that familiar. And Grohl just says, he looks at Inari, he says, "Get him."
Oh!
Awesome.
set that bitch on fire.
What do you do?
Oh no, I'm 100% gonna.
No, this is one of those things where this is just a be cool act, because obviously there's 400 versus 1. He's gonna die. Whatever you want to happen, you can describe what happens.
Oh,
he's
get him! Get him!
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Whatever you want to do is gonna work. So
Okay, cool.
let us know.
I love that this is on camera for my wife.
Let me kill the motherfucker. Okay, now I get to be creative. Ooh, what do I want to do? So, I mean, I don't
Yeah, aren't you the destroyer?
Yeah, I am.
Destroy.
Yeah. I
Come
know.
on.
I really, because he's on the
He's
fire.
next to a funeral pyre.
Yes.
That's on
Right.
fire.
I really kind of want to just like, because all the body parts are on it, right?
Yeah, it's like still an active fire. He's not standing on the fire, but there's like a platform where they've been going up there making a display of throwing the bodies. So
Yeah, I wish I had some other spells. I would get real creative and creepy
So
about it.
just describe what you want to do.
Yeah,
and then let
I
Shane-
think.
yeah, if you describe what you want to do, like other people who have the spells might be able to like contribute.
Can anybody like anybody have like mage hand or like any kind of telekinesis kind of skills?
Mage hand.
You
Mage
can?
hand, yeah.
Okay. What I want to do, I don't know if it's even gonna be possible, but I kinda want to take the flames from the pyre and the bodies, and I kinda want their bodies to like crawl up him and burn him alive.
Oh shit!
So like skeletons.
Yeah, in essence, the burning bodies that are all black and melting kind of off, and I just want the flames to be black with them, and just in essence,
I just imagine
Take
that,
him down.
like, you channeling your, like, former ninth whatever spell wielding
Yeah,
self, you're
for
like,
one.
you will it into existence for a
Yeah.
moment.
so
That's so
really,
sick.
Because
That's
then you can do like an animate dead kind of spell.
Well,
In
I have an
essence-
idea.
Okay.
I have an idea. Tristan, roll a d20 for me, and let me know if the roll is over a 17.
Any
No
modifiers?
modifier. No modifier.
Just
Yeah.
a flat roll.
That's never good.
just a
Yeah,
flat
four.
boy.
Yeah, 4
Oh,
chances.
it's
Oh.
a 15.
15.
That was
Okay.
close.
Well, then, what you guys describe can happen is some working of magics, and like
Okay.
you see these bodies, animated, not with any life left in them, but animated. They like climb up and just sort of wrap around the legs of Morgan. You watch him sort of try to pull back, but then there's another one that goes over his shoulder, and as he's getting pulled down into the fire, you see like all these wolves like chanting and screaming. Is there any like final move you want to like bring him down into the fire, or what do you guys? You just want the bodies to like?
really, I
Absorb it.
just kind of reminds me of like the Mummy, where he just kind of seeps down into it. I just want to seep down into.
So you guys watch as like it seems like even more hands, like hands that aren't even attached to arms, just like crawl around and like pull him back, and you just watch him like struggle and being pulled, and like flaming black like crusted hands pull him back, and he
Are the
falls
flames
into the
black?
fire.
They are black the entire
You guys
yeah, it is black for
Can you guys watch the flame of the pyre like poof up as like all the fur ignites and just.
What does Inari look like while this is going on?
Honestly, she's probably not making too much. I just imagine her just like standing there, very like poised and just like
Tails out.
and like yeah, the tail.
Milcroft takes a single step away.
Probably takes
the
about
entire-
6.
And then like you can probably like the tail's behind her, probably like doing waves,
Yeah.
and you can see like flickers of the black from behind me. My hair is probably lifting up. I don't know, Matt, if you've ever seen Firestarter, probably how her hair will kind of go up a little bit, and you just see it all, and then once he like comes down, it all just
Can you make a perception check for me, Inari?
Again? I'm not very good at this, apparently. This rolling stuff, that's why I'm a sorcerer.
Perception.
That's a 19.
Hey.
plus. Do I need to add anything, or we just?
Yeah. Let me know.
Okay.
Must be
If it's under a 29, you don't.
Oh, I don't add anything to perception, so it's a 19.
Okay. I need you to come over here real quick.
See, this is like an ancient.
Okay, what's the sponsor, guys? We need a sponsor.
Today's sponsor is the power of aberrational mental hitchhikers, who I think is important to warn the general populace about. If you meet a little worm creature on a flying ship, don't feed
So this is a
them.
PSA, not a sponsor.
I'm sponsoring it with my PSA.
Aberration Safety Association.
This is
Aberration Safety Association.
Yes, at the Aberration Safety Security Administration, ASA, is urging you to not allow your friends to be eaten by aboleths, but particularly in this case of the astral variety. They can seem friendly, but
Don't be like our friend like Cornelius here.
they're just going to wind up. This is Cornelius. Cornelius was lied to. Cornelius believed the lie and fed a wolf man to the creature. Don't be like Cornelius.
But it didn't happen.
It wasn't really real, but the consequences were real.
No, I didn't think.
Now we have
I think
to
I know
talk-
how she was
Oh
doing.
god, now we have to talk him down.
So like the flames are going.
So many
to
questions.
It seeps out. It actually starts to seep down in the black around us. We feel it getting warmer. As we look down, we see black flames rolling. And then when she puts her hand out, like her nails get longer, her face becomes more animalistic.
Yeah.
And then when she does that, the flames go.
Oh,
He wraps around his
yeah.
legs and he thinks he sees fire, but he doesn't actually do. But he sees it, and then he turns and boils in flame because he feels the heat, and he falls into the pit. And that's how.
Oh,
that's
that's
how I see
cool.
the night.
Good time.
Sick. Very cool.
Roland's like about to be Anari's favorite person. Yeah. She already liked the whole head snapping part and the
I love how a giant wolf man was like, sick him.
Do I see a romance blossoming between Inari and Grohl?
So, do
Animal
you guys want to?
interaction.
Do you guys want to take a quick break
Yeah.
here? I feel like
Yeah.
this is a perfect place to
Perfect
take a quick
spot.
break. Okay, let's
What
do
a
that.
cool ass moment that was.
That was really cool.
Quick break. Be right back. All right, we're back.
Part 2.
Cool.
Phase
So, at this moment, you all just saw
Thanks.
Borg's body be pulled into the flames by other burnt bodies. And Grohl has now, through an act of dominance, taken back the allegiance from his people.
Very cool. Just
Um,
leveled.
What's that?
Wait, the 1 second roll went from like a level 12.
Do we level up?
Level 20! Back to level 12.
Grohl did. Grohl got an ASI because he
He accomplished a personal goal.
yeah, he accomplished. He took back he did. Became a leader of his people.
Day in the life. Wolf man leader.
Can personal goals be for me just killing people?
I
Depends
agree
on the
with that
person.
sentiment.
It depends on the person.
Fair enough.
I mean, probably should have talked about this, during the break or when it wasn't recording, but I am totally down to implement that as long as it's a goal that's been shared like with me as the DM. Like if it's because like Adam has shared with me like his exact goals that he's like checkmark wants to accomplish. Like I know everyone else like for the most part, but like if you can actually verbalize like write out what they are,
Oh, I got you.
then I can whenever we get to that or if we do, you can check that off, and I'd say limit it to 3 main goals.
Okay.
Adam, I think you have like
taking a step.
I think you have like 4 or 5, but like we'll limit it to 3. So that way, because you can't have like 5
I mean,
ability score increases, but like 3 seems fair.
So,
And to be fair, this is 3 for the whole campaign. So if anyone thinks that they've already done one of theirs, like met your god, if you've met one,
Well,
then
found out about the cult, but we'll get
but whatever it is, like you pick your 3, and so if you wanted to have already accomplished all 3, doesn't seem likely for what we're doing right now. But like, if you wanted to,
No,
you
that's what it's
can,
done.
and I would grant you guys the ability to increase choose either 3 feats or 2 ability score increases. So I think that's really cool. I think that's a great way
That
to
sounds awesome.
to drive.
incentivize.
You can
Yeah.
find your sister.
Yeah, I don't
like
know
to-
exactly. So if like you had 3 goals and one of them was find your sister, and the other 2 were still like being developed.
Like kill Valcor, that's
No.
Yeah, so that would be a good one because your god said to, right? So like you have, and then pick one more.
I can hold on
Kill
to the
cat.
third one.
Then you can essentially you can get another feat. Like as of right now, you can have another feat or ability score increase of 2 levels or 1 and 1, whatever you want to do. So I'm totally down for that. I think that makes a lot of sense. And I think between this session and next session, if everyone wants to just send me those 3
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
what you've completed and not completed, and then just let me know if you've already completed it, what feat you took, and what ability score you increased. or what ability score you increase. You can't have both.
Yeah.
Thanks, dungeon dudes.
I like that shit a lot.
Yay.
Because the whole point is just to, like, for personal like character growth, to like in every situation, or not every situation, but in different situations, like try to try to finish your own personal quests. Like I love that everyone is just like a team effort on everything, but like sometimes you got to be a little selfish to get what you want done, and you're all doing this, like you're all going on this adventure because you wanted something in the beginning. Like you had a shared vision, you all collected, but you all wanted something, whether it's find your parents, figure out what the fuck this hat is, beat the shit out of Emmer, like whatever you wanted to do. Like everyone had like their own goal. So just like, and I know from your backstories like the gist of it, but I'd love to have like a pinpoint, like focused goal, so that it's very easy to look back and be like, cool, you are more powerful now because you were able to accomplish that. So
Caehanna could be even more selfish than she already is.
Oh yeah.
I'm not just saying it, I'm promoting it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Welcome to my life.
You're
The
gonna
world
like
revolves
it.
around you now.
Cool stuff.
I would say I will max out. I won't max out. I'll say you can max out any ability score at 22, not 20.
Damn.
That's juicy.
Ooh.
I still don't think I'm ever gonna get there.
I have a possibility of getting there.
Well, I'm just saying, like Inari right now
I'm
has
already at
you
20.
have a 20 for charisma. So like if you wanted to add +2, you can go up to 22.
You probably should start.
I may regret doing that, but
I know.
we'll find out.
I've got a lot of 10s though, y'all.
Yeah, there's a reason why she has 120. She has a lot of +0s.
That's why my perception had no plus.
Yeah. It's funny because if I ask Inari to do a wisdom or an intelligence check, it's the same. Okay.
Very
Sorry.
charismatic.
Again, I probably should have done that outside of the recording.
You
But
know what? For all of our listeners,
yeah.
Yeah,
All
we're all
25 of you out there.
dedicated listeners.
don't you
But yeah,
want
if you listen back to this as a player and be like, oh shit, let me send that to Shade, that'd be helpful too.
See?
A little plug-in reminder so I don't have to message you guys. Cool. So you guys all just watched that spectacle of
Yep.
like straight up just alpha energy from everyone involved, right? Like Grog, Inari, everyone just kind of like put their foot down in different ways. So
After I'm done, you'll just see me put my hands down, have just a little slight little smile.
A little
and
smirk.
grin to me.
That's creepy.
Well, I guess we don't.
I look at you and I give you a little smile too. Like, good job.
Thank you.
Grohl looks at everybody, like all the Wolfbane, and he kind of looks back at you guys and he says, "Sorry, almost burped." He looks at kind of like this time not just the little side, like he turns around and looks at everybody. He says loudly for everyone to hear, looking directly at Inari, but saying it to you, everyone here plus all the wolves. He says, "Our war is with the cowards. These folks are not cowards. They are one of us." But he's saying this to all the wolves, looking at Inari.
I'm imagining.
Understood? And everyone's like, they're like, oh, like a really long, just like, oh.
Just like bow head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Lord of the Rings scene where they all like, you bow to no one. Yeah, it's one of those moments. Yeah, I never cried. I never cried at that point.
I'm a man.
They did it. And then Grohl picks up his things and starts walking towards his tent.
Just turn around.
Very touching moment. This was great. What the fuck are we gonna do with? Where's
Mason?
Oh, Mason is following pretty much the core group, the black furs plus the red fur and all of the. Well, Mason was the only gray left. Are following Grohl back up the hill, because they're part of his like strike force, so they kind of follow him.
Other
around.
people who took
Well,
this.
it would appear that Mason. I guess for appearances we're gonna, and this is between the three of us. I'm not telling anybody else this at the moment.
Oh, am I not there? No.
It's like I think for appearances we should refer to him as Mason. But Willoughby did inform me that in order to take control of someone, he has to snuff out their life essence.
Willoughby returned to the ship.
So the Wolfbane, formerly known as Mason, is probably going to stay in close proximity to Grohl, who we will be in proximity to for at least the short-term future.
Alright. How far does his communication... Willoughby Mason, can you hear me?
You don't get a response.
Can he... Have you been communicating with him?
Willoughby.
You don't get a response.
I mean, it was. But
Okay. Well, you try to talk to him. He likes you.
He might be too far away at this point. I say
you know what? Just let him cause chaos.
we just keep
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Okay, I just want to make sure he's not...
For a second.
I don't want him hopping from body to body and killing people in the process. That seems a little
I don't
counterproductive to our time here.
I do have a way to just make sure he's around.
Right.
But you know what? At this point, it's a brain-eating monster. So if we can't get him to go back,
It's not so much the fact that he's like out and taking a little walk about at the moment. It's explaining if we get back to your grandmother without him.
oh, if we go back, my grandmother says, well, "Where's Willoughby?" And I go, "Well, grandmother, why was there a brain-eating monster on the ship?"
Yeah, that's a family
you put your
argument.
grandson on.
Family argument.
Then I'll take that one.
No, I as long as you're willing to field that.
I'm willing to field that one.
Okay.
Is that I used to take this ship as a child.
I feel like at this
Get in
point
front of
we're
it,
probably
Get in
overhearing y'all. You're not quite quiet about it.
Well, you see, Levi, the thing about Mason, he's a good man. Well, Wolf.
I want to find a blacksmith.
Yes.
That
So,
Willoughby would be Willoughby.
Please.
So
Still,
as all of this is after all of this happened, as you guys are like, talking about what you're talking about, Mellowcroft and only Mellowcroft, you just hear the slightest little as you watch Mason strut away.
the eyes will just like squint really hard for a second.
No, Mellowcroft, you hear. He only responds to you, and he says, "Promise I won't kill anyone else."
Dude, all I'm asking, Willoughby, all I'm asking is if you plan on staying in the vessel that you're in at the moment for any length of time. I'm thinking it too, Willoughby.
Yes, I was advised that there's a sense of freedom in it. And going back will not fulfill anything.
Maybe.
It's not your fault.
No! Is he handing
not
us
touch
chaotic
it, Jim.
player?
He asked me.
By the way, from now on,
If we ever find the gates of
a
hell,
silent character.
Mandy is not allowed in the room.
He asked me about my experience. Okay.
So to Willoughby.
How are you
realize
always
he
the
did ask,
problem?
what was it like being in this form?
It's not me. It's Isadora. Blame her.
In response to Willoughby, I will say, explore your freedom. I will say that Grohl is going to expect you, Mason,
To kill
be
lots of things, yes.
All right.
That's what this form did before. That's what this form will continue to do.
Fair enough.
Look
Okay.
how perfect of a match that was, guys.
And at that point, Mellowcroft's like, all right.
I'm just a slightly upgraded version. I'm a slightly upgraded version of Mason.
All right.
Not much we can do about it.
Well,
No,
enjoy
there's
your
not.
freedom.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk to you.
Why aren't you talking to me, Willoughby?
No response.
We're not friends anymore.
You got left on red.
Blacksmith.
Yes,
Or
please.
silversmith.
Silver
Somebody make you
nails.
I don't know if they would.
Imagine how useful Jensen would be if he just had the spirit for adventure.
Yeah.
Would be nice, wouldn't it?
Are we gonna go look for the beast thing that y'all were referring to? Because I'm not privy to any of that
That's
shit.
true.
No.
Are we not going to talk about the fact that Mason's
No.
acting weird?
Yes. What does this thing look like again?
No,
Bigger
we-
and stronger than the
It looks like a
We're just gonna let it.
Did he eat the
We're
worm?
gonna wash our hands of it.
We'll have a powwow later.
Hey, he's already played one cruel joke on me, okay? So keep your mind sharp.
Are we staying in the big tent tonight? Is
No.
that where we're
I,
staying? Or?
I'd say we probably need to stay on the ship.
Great.
Do whatever you
I mean,
want.
considering the recent individual who didn't like us, I don't really know who else around here has an
That's-
issue with us
I mean,
being here.
I think
Girls
Roll
seem
made it.
perfectly fine. with
Yeah, I
us.
think Roll made it pretty clear that if anybody does anything, that they'll be.
I mean, he's willing to have me go find my parents or
Alright.
fight or whatever, so I was on his side, but 300, that's
Shouldn't
quite a few more.
I think the ship is probably best case scenario, so we can plan on the ship. That is fine. But yes, I would like to visit with a silversmith.
Armor
if
smith,
that's going to make that-
weaponsmith, somebody who can make stuff.
Is there like a general market area? I don't know.
It's kind of like one
this
long
seems
street.
like-
So
This
the
seems
whole
like
thing
a
kind of
bartering community, but
yeah.
It also doesn't seem like a very magical community either. Right?
The as you guys have seen, seems like only the Redford wolf folks have magic, but
Oh, not the white ones too.
yeah, the white. You just haven't seen a lot of white ones.
Oh.
You've
Maybe
heard
more
there
in the
is a
sense of
white.
like-
You've heard there is a white one from Grohl, but you have not really seen him. You've
But I
just
mean more
heard.
of like the sense of like they're not walking around in armor and weapons. They're usually
They,
most
they,
things are
they
claws.
carry weapons in battle, but they seem to be just as efficient with like claws and bite.
I mean, my biggest problem here is, this is going to suck to say, I don't know if gold goes very far in this society.
I don't think it does. So we need to be creative with our bartering.
Well, we're helping them with an end goal of getting back what they want, which we actually don't really know who it is at the moment. Because the people we killed weren't the cowards. Again, that's the main crux of my problem, is we're going to have a fight a vampire army without them actually being the people they're looking for.
Well, perhaps if you know what we could do. You have the
Perhaps if
you
they-
have the painting, photograph, whatever it is.
Look
Show
at
that-
this.
Should we show that to the elder, the white,
Maybe they do know something.
Oh,
to see if
that's
they
a good idea.
recognize any of the faces?
Sure.
Also, where's the nearest like earthen jar? Is there a clay jar and like a big pot anywhere nearby?
Meldcroft's brain is like working 1,000 miles per hour now. I've got like 12 tabs up right now.
I got a recent OS upgrade, and so I'm like,
He's smaller but more efficient.
Yeah, yeah. There's tons of pot around for things.
I want to find one that looks like, oh, it'll fit the mud ball in it.
Okay.
And then, is there a wolfbane nearby the pot real quick?
It's a Russian doll or a Russian pot.
Mm-hmm.
The curiosity is if it's
Roll-
asking-
Every place we go, we get a bigger pot.
If it's made by something, it's not
By
natural.
the third place,
I'm hoping that if it's made of earth, it'll be fine, and if clay is earth,
I mean,
so.
it's working so
That's my
far,
problem.
so.
Maybe we can all
Power was
make a pot together and put our little initials in it and like it'll just
Handprints?
yeah. Our
I'm just doing this
handprint.
right now.
Turkeys with the
Cody, the player, is doing this right now before he forgets about it, and the blood ball becomes everybody's issue.
That's fair, that's fair.
Good call.
Oh god, yeah, he's just still holding the damn thing.
he's a machine. He's fine.
Hasn't been told to do anything
He can
else.
still disappear.
I still love his name.
Oh no, I know.
No, like he
Now
can
that
hold it
it's
for
told to
hours.
laugh.
Yeah,
That's how I interpret it.
I'm surprised no one had
I'm
asked
tired.
before. I was like, that's fine. It'll
I
just.
could have swore we did, and he's like, he didn't give us an answer, but
Nah, he's been chilling. He's been chilling. So yes,
Long-
you're able to
long-term
find one.
volunteer. He'll do.
Huh?
You're
Oh,
able
I
to
am.
find one. There's a elderly female gray wolf with this large, kind of like. I don't have anything for point of reference around here. We'll say like a big planter, like a clay planter for like a large plant. But it seems like she is like cleaning it out, maybe using new soil or something for a new plant she's trying to grow in it. And then she's like currently like scrubbing it out. As you walk up, what do you say to try to convince her to have it?
Hello, I am wondering if I could perhaps trade you something for the jar or pot that you have there at the moment.
What do you got?
Well, I'll pull out 8 days worth of rations. I have food for the next several days, if that would be... if you're using this to grow plants that will feed you, this will at least feed you for some amount of time.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Ooh.
Yeah, you feed us animals and we get real excited.
All right. Persuasion. Persuasion. That'll be 24.
Oh. Little do you know. Yeah, you can have it. This is fun. This is fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Where do you get these things? When you come back for more, I can provide more pots. We can create a system of give and take. You give, and you also take, you know?
Yeah. Well, depending... Yeah, actually, that might actually be really useful. So I will keep that in mind.
Want me to make a pot slightly larger than this one?
That might be a good idea.
You want it lined with silver for some reason.
Can we like add stuff to it if we want? Like draw a little smiley
Designs and artwork, huh? My grandkids love to do their little claw work in there, so I can make you another one. This one's already cured. But I can make you another one where you can draw it.
A bigger one later on.
Yeah, slightly bigger.
Slightly bigger. Say if I had some kind of ball of compacted earth that might be getting larger by the day.
Yeah. Yeah, come back with 8 more of these rations.
Okay.
Or as you called them.
Will do.
Never heard of it called like that. But
yeah.
Give me like 3 days. Big pot coming at you.
Okay.
What design do you want? Or do you want to come design it?
You know what? Artisan's choice.
Oh, what does that mean?
Surprise me.
With a pot?
You design it yourself.
Just
A pot.
a pot.
Design it
A
yourself.
pot.
Nice.
And design it yourself.
No, I can do it. I can do it.
Thank
For
you.
some reason, I know she's a wolf, but all I can see is a goblin.
I guess that's what I'm going for. Like an elderly woman, just like.
It's a real rickety one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
missing some
Like you can see her starting to go white. Like you can see some of the white furs, but like not fully there yet.
Yeah.
She hasn't gained the wisdom of being a white wolf yet. she's just having all the like.
She's also from New
Oh,
York.
hi, Coach.
Yeah.
She just has all the problems that come with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, flop. Okay.
Okay,
That
I'll
would
come
be
back
great.
holding a big pot.
That's a good dog.
Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, you're potted up.
Why do you have a
Should we
pot?
take that back to the ship?
Yes, that'd be great.
Okay.
Run this back.
Oh, you're back.
Hey, on TV, can you just put that right here in this?
You climb up the ladder first.
We're gonna talk to
Drop
Carl.
it.
No,
Or do you do like a Three Stooges skit? where it's like,
Yes, I will hold on to the pot and then
Yeah.
climb up.
You can always just put it in
You're in possession of pot?
Perfect.
It's not super snug. It wasn't made to fit. It's a little loose. It rattles a little bit, but it got heavier. And LTV is like,
Now hold this pot over the edge.
I don't know if I can hold this one very long. That's quite heavy.
Yeah, we
I'm a little guy.
We could probably just leave it if it's in 3 layers of.
I think this weighs more than me now.
It clearly didn't disintegrate, so we
Just set it
can.
down.
I think
Do
we're
we need
okay.
to put like
just-
a board?
I don't think you're moving it.
Well, I was holding it for him to put it in the
Tell
way.
the spot to wrap the plank.
Just set it down.
I mean, I
Actually,
think
no,
it's
you
fine to
probably
just
could-
hold it. I don't need a pot to hold it.
Does the boat have handles?
Well, the idea is that this pot is fired and cured, and so at some point the mud ball will turn into a dirt ball, and dirt tends to flake off of things.
Why do you care so much about this dirt ball?
Because what's inside the dirt ball needs.
What's inside? And LTV grabs it. And he like shakes it.
Don't! Can you just...
What's inside?
Nothing.
Doesn't
Don't
seem
worry
like
about it.
there's
Just put it back. Just put it back in the
It's
box.
just dirt.
LTD,
It's
put it in the
not
box.
just dirt.
But now we can put dirt.
Robot to
in the
robot.
pot,
It's
too.
just dirt.
It's like a loose
I know,
dirt.
but it's special dirt that means a lot to me, and I don't want people shaking it. Both of our eyes there.
His inside check is going to be quite juicy.
Roll deception.
Oh no.
That's a single digit.
Was that
It's a 7.
7.
What is it? -1?
That's a 10 total.
Oh, okay.
What'd it get?
You have full of charisma.
So, you watch.
No.
As it doesn't take a lot. Right, he just goes. And you
LDV?
see a crack. All the way
LDV?
around, like a freshly cracked egg, and it cracks. And he's like,
It's a primal stone that'll disintegrate. You put it in the...
and it falls.
Catch with the pot.
No. Oh
Did
yeah.
I swoop the pot under?
I'll let you do a dexterity saving throw. Just straight dexterity saving throw. Well, not saving throw, just dexterity check. Dexterity check.
Explain it, Willoughby.
Yes, it is. Hold on, this is
He said it's a saving throw.
Willoughby's a little
it doesn't make sense. It's not a saving throw. It's
Okay,
not
it's
being
just
attacked by
extra.
ship. It's just it's a ability
We're
check.
about to blink your entire ship out of existence. Callan's like, well, it's going to cost
You could have just put the damn thing in the pot.
But here's the thing. This isn't that hard. Because you see where he is. You see what he's doing.
You're holding the pot already.
You're already holding the pot.
Okay.
You gotta beat, we'll say a 13.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
This isn't that
This is not good.
Yeah.
I'll just.
He has a -1, okay?
Dude.
I like to think that you just kicked the pot so hard.
Just shatters it. Yeah.
It didn't hit. No.
Fucking irritated.
The ship. Is it landing on the ship?
It's an earthen material, but we'll see.
You all watch. In slow, as Melicroft in slow motion with his mechanical jaw open, trying to catch it, and you watch the crystal just hit at the rim of the jar that he just cured.
Please bounce off the ship.
It falls down and it hits the plank of the ship. Nicolo's watching.
That's not good.
LTV's watching. Melicroft's watching. And you just hear it go ting, ting, ting. And the crystal looks opalescent, like a pearlized white and blue, swirling with energy, but it's no longer glowing. It's just
Wasn't it orange before?
That was pink.
No, it
Oh.
was
white.
white. It was just glowing.
For some reason, I was just like in my head, I was
Wait.
picturing it as orange.
So it's
Listen, if you
laying
guys
on-
want it to be white or like orangish pink, that's cool too. Doesn't really matter what color it is. That doesn't matter to
It's
the
not
story.
glowing.
So whatever cool color you picture this as, that's what it is. It's not
It's just
important.
not
As long as you guys know what it does
It's
and what
not
it is,
glowing.
it's ancient divine magic made by the
So
primordial
it's
gods.
laying.
That's what's important. The color isn't. So whatever color you want it to be is
Yeah.
what you see as it. Well, actually, only Melicroft sees as it tinks across the ground. But it is no longer. The big difference here is it is no longer glowing.
And the ship hasn't disintegrated. Well, I rolled a character when I pick it up.
You pick it up. It seems to be in a inert state. It seems,
Fuck, don't do that.
being that you're probably the perfect person to do this, roll make a history check, or not a history. Make a Arcana or Intelligence, whatever your better mod. Like if you
They're
have an
both
Arcana
bad.
buff, use it. If not,
Both bad.
well then just do
I feel like it's not
flat
wrong.
intelligence roll.
Oh, that's not
Show
bad.
me something over 10.
It's
15.
Perfect. So, just from quick context clues, you realize the machine that was cranking this energy into it is what was activating the stone. Once it was removed from that machine, it slowly lost its energy, and by being in this encapsulated mud ball, it got back down to its inert state. You would now have to like reactivate it to get it to be powerful.
Oh, you recharge the
My
battery.
assumption
Exactly. Yeah. Recharge the batteries, if you will.
My assumption is the stone's probably an amplifier.
Velcroft looks up to LTV. If I could sweat, I would be right now.
Yeah, I think Seamus just said it. The stone is like, it's like the battery.
Yeah.
Like the stone is the battery for whatever machine it was in. So
If Isidore was up there, she'd spray you with like a water bottle.
I was thinking,
just the
so you
look,
could sweat.
yeah, glistening. LTV is like,
Perspiring.
that was really close. You almost got it.
Yeah.
Sorry about your and he knows you were lying. So he's like, sorry about your special mud.
Yeah, I was worried that was going to disintegrate the ship.
Why didn't you say that? I wouldn't have shaken it.
I didn't think you were going to shake it again.
Hey man.
No, it is on me. That's my bad. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you there.
I mean,
What does LTV stand for anyway?
I'm a long-term volunteer.
Oh. That doesn't sound. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I don't know why you're agreeing. That's what it stands for.
I'm processing a lot of things at the moment. I'm just gonna scoop the dirt up and put it in the jar.
The clay pot.
Yeah.
Which you have another one being made.
Put it in the pot and just slide. I just like kind of slide the pot somewhere out of the way. Like
I kind of want
I
you to
can't
go
sigh.
get a tree and just
I'm
like
gonna
put the
put
tree
some
in
seeds
there.
in there.
Yeah. Well, you're not there.
I know, eventually I'll get some
Yeah, because if she
seeds.
was there, she would have sprayed him with water.
Yeah.
you still
We're
let another
17.
person their rations.
You know, for a lifetime.
But yeah, while
volunteer,
Melicroft is figuring out what he's doing with
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
pot
no
and
shade.
dirt, and
I was about to head back. So
just a little ancient primordial stone
That is
before
safe
the
in the bag of-
existence of the world was created. Yeah, you have that, and also you have a really cool pot you just bought for 8 rations.
Sick.
Who's to say what's cooler? I don't know. But the rest of you, I think you're looking for a blacksmith.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to catch up with them to do the same.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. There'll be a slight gap in time because you went and did that.
Yeah.
So while the rest of you look for a blacksmith, to be honest, it's not hard to find a blacksmith. It's always billowing smoke. There's always
Yeah.
the sound of metal being clanged against. If anything, a blacksmith's probably the easiest profession to find in a city. And you're able to find there is a red furred blacksmith just hammering away. The blacksmith, the what do they call it? That God, it sounds bad. I know they call it a glory hole in glass blowing.
The kiln?
Yeah, I know what the kiln is.
Kilns with clay.
No, yeah, I know what a kiln is. No. In glass blowing, it's literally called a glory hole.
It is. It's a big.
Yeah,
Fire hole.
but in blacksmith, they don't use that. They use something else. I can't think of what it's called.
Forge?
Yeah, I know it's a forge. No, I know the whole thing is called a forge. I'm talking about like the very specific part of it that is like glowing hot that they're like that they put the metal in. I think it has a separate
We
name.
can never know.
If that whole thing is called the forge,
I think it's
great.
smelting, but I want to say crucible, but like
Yeah, like it's something.
when you melt it in.
That's what you meant.
Yeah, so whatever it is. Anyways, you see all the shit. You guys clearly know what a forge
It's the
is.
glory hole.
Yeah, glory hole is like for glass blowing, and it's like way
So
fucking.
it's a red one.
Huh?
It's red.
It is a Redford. It's hard to tell it's Redford because it is covered in soot and ash and unfortunate pieces of his fallen brethren that have been. I mean, it was a gruesome spectacle. But he looks at you all walking up, and he says, "So you got Grohl's favor? Welcome."
Dude.
We're
I had to
looking.
hold my tongue. Wanted to call you cowards, but didn't. What can we do for you? You want something to stab the cowards? You want something to smash the cowards, or do you want something to stop them from smashing you?
Lots of stabbing and piercing. We need silver work.
Or things lined with silver.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. You just know much about the Wolfbane people.
No.
We don't find a fancy to silver.
That makes sense.
They're like, where are people?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Transform back.
So I don't.
I didn't count them in the same thing as
I didn't either.
having the disease.
Fans
There's no
of
change
silver.
to
Yeah, that's I didn't. I
There's
There's
didn't.
no
like
change.
there's no lycanthropy aspect of it. So it's,
Maybe
That's
they'll
right.
have
Not that you
good.
know of.
it's true.
Is there anybody that could smelt silver would do it, whether or not you have it? Would you be willing to do it?
Kind of dangerous. If you had silver, I could try. Being that you're in Grohl's favor and all, I'd be happy to give it a whirl, but if I choke on the air and die, I'm not going to be much use to you or anyone else here in the camp.
Well, so know what they want.
Is silver the only metal
blacksmithing
you want to work? I mean, it's
ability?
pretty
Just
weak
like
and fragile. I don't know why you'd want silver.
Arrowheads or blades.
Silver's
The
not like...
cowards that we're going to fight are weak.
Of course, all cowards are weak.
Weekends by silver.
Weakened by silver. Take more damage from silver-coated weapons.
Okay, but that doesn't make someone weak. Just because they take more damage from silver, that doesn't...
Sure.
I'd be careful saying that. I'd be careful saying that around here too much, you know.
So we were wishing to find things to, at least, because what the idea was to find something to hold his parents. So that'd be silver
Hold
coated
his-
things.
Like bindings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. We do that for the prisoners that we take to torture.
That are coated in silver.
Yeah, well, naturally, because not that it's like more hurtful or anything, but it definitely affects some people more than others.
Can we get a few sets of those? And then
Of
whatever
course.
else
How many
you have
do you
that's
need?
interesting.
How many do you need? I have some pre-made already.
I mean, how many people we want to capture? We just,
2, right?
Well, we only need the 2 if we're going for
At least.
well, that's what the thing is. Like,
I mean, I have 4. And I don't.
we'll take
I don't
all
reckon
4.
we're gonna take any more prisoners. I feel like Roll's more in just like a kill 'em mood right now.
definitely 2.
What about your?
I mean, we've been here.
Take the
You guys
extra
left.
in case we need to use it for some people.
You all left on your trip, what, like
I'm not
10
weak to
days
silver.
ago?
Are you?
And in that 10 days, there's
Yeah,
been
I'm just
an
saying,
entire
in case
fucking
we need to change it.
uprising, and since that, you guys
The
got
last
back
thing you
and
ever
killed
did.
them all. I don't think we're gonna have any
10
prisoners.
days?
Yeah, you just said 10. We've been going for 10
Yeah, the
days.
sun comes up and goes down 10 times.
We've been gone 10 days.
That's not what we have on.
No, it's not at all.
It's been 10 days since you all left.
That explains why a whole entire population of wolves turned against their leader in 10 days. No wonder. They thought we'd been gone for a week. Even more.
I wonder if Grohl knows that.
We should talk to
Well,
him.
Grohl would know if he's gone 10 days. Like,
We
you sleep 10 times, hopefully, unless you
We
had a
slept
really rough
once.
night.
we slept once.
That's not right.
That's what we did.
Well, I mean, the point of me saying that was just that in that time, Borg and Auric were able to convince all of the people that cowards are among us, being influenced by, Lord Grohl. And anyways, I was making these. I have 4 of the bindings because I was making them thinking that I would have to take a few of our own as prisoners, but doesn't seem like that's an issue. You guys can have them. That's all I meant.
Is there anything interesting weaponry that you have? that you're
I don't know if
proud
you
of?
can. Don't take this the wrong way. I don't know if any of you can wield them, but we have some Moonforged blades. We have a Howler's Maul.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
We have a.
Am I there yet?
Huh?
Am I there yet?
No, I'm sorry. I think at this point, at this point, you just picked up the crystal because they went to find a forge right as you went to follow.
Yeah.
So like I think at this point,
LTV's still shaking that.
yeah, he's shaking. I have
We all
a.
feel a shiver run down our spine.
I have a Howling Helm, and then I have a Waning Crescent dagger. I can make anything.
What about? I
Ask
know
about
you
it.
said it's hard to work with. Can you maybe melt some silver that I can dip my arrowheads in?
Do you have silver?
Pull out a few,
Yes.
pull a few silver.
Yes, I can give you some.
I'll pull out as much
If
silver
you
as
have it,
possible.
I can do it. I'm just a
Great.
little worried about working with it.
All I
if
need
I-
you to do is melt it. I can.
Right, but when you melt things, fumes happen. And
We
if I
could try to
die,
heal you.
I can help with that.
You're not there.
what?
You're not
Well, like,
there.
hey, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it. But if I die, I'm just saying I won't be much help after that.
What's
So-
a moonforged blade?
Yeah.
Moonforge blade. Let me go back to my notes.
I would like to hear about the deck after that.
The what?
The deck.
Take a what?
Take a what?
Isn't that what you
Yes,
said?
Dagger.
Oh, dagger.
Dagger.
Deck. What deck?
He's like, oh, you want to hear about
He did say
my...
something about
My deck.
Yeah.
So the Moonforge blades are 2 rapiers that are sold in a pair. The blades are crafted using a special forging process that involves exposing the metal to the light of the full moon during the tempering phase. Moonforge blades are also known for their keen edges and the ability to deal with extra damage during the nighttime or moonlight.
That's cool.
Essentially, they are +2 rapiers.
Oh, That's really nice.
Would you
Each.
mind?
Would be so
Huh?
Would you mind going through the other items?
Oh, like reading the descriptions? Yeah.
But wait, there's
You have a way with words.
The Howler's Maul is a massive enchanted warhammer that emits a howling, haunting howl with each strike. The sound can disorient opponents and boost the morale of allied team members around you. Essentially, it's like giving pack tactics to your allies. The elixir you guys already have used. The ointment doesn't matter to you. Actually, well, that's not a weapon. But the last weapon would be the Crescent Dagger, which is a dagger that pretty similar to the the Moonforge blades. It's a dagger that is using that same principle. It's just not as strong.
What about the helm?
The helm is. It was just something funny I put in the game. I wanted to use the alliteration of howling and helm. It's crafted from the skull of one of our great ancient wolves. The howling helm grants the wearer the ability to emit a supernatural howl that can be heard over a mile in distance. It's just a loud
How
howl.
much is that one?
What do you mean?
Are you selling these items?
they don't use money here.
Yes.
I'm making them, yeah.
Shit.
I know.
Don't
I'm really
you
at a
know
loss too. Don't worry.
I was gonna ask what the helmet looks
What
like.
would
Like
you
it
require
integrated
of
into my
us to
face.
get-
It's like a full it's the wolf's skull is bigger than it's like a full
Do you look like Cubone?
I want to look like Cubone.
yes. Hell yes you do. But yeah, while wearing that you can emit a large much louder howl. Yeah.
God.
They can be heard from over a mile away.
That's a miles long distance.
Yeah. It's like 5,000 feet.
I don't know.
5,280.
For that.
But yes, those are the things. The other thing that was interesting that it wasn't a weapon, but I feel like if he's going through his list of inventory, he would probably bring up if you guys are interested. There is lupine chainmail. It's essentially it's just regular chainmail, but it's not really made for anyone your guys' size. It's made for like a wolf. So he would have to make new chainmail, and that would take him a couple of days.
Good Taylor.
Just take out some links, please.
It's not that simple. The elixir you guys have already all taken, actually, which gives you the ability to speak Wolfbane. Honey. There is a lunar scented ointment, which is pretty cool. This is an ointment that is made from rare herbs and moonlit flowers. It enhances any Wolfbane's sense of smell. When applied, it allows the being to track scents more effectively, making it an invaluable tool for hunting and reconnaissance. This is something that all of the black furred would have on their bandolier.
Pouch,
Yeah.
One more time, and the item you said gives wolf the back. What was that?
What was that?
Oh, okay.
Was that the hammer?
I didn't hear
The Howler's Maul. Yeah. So the Howler's Maul is a massive warhammer that every time you strike, it emits a howl that disorients opponents. Essentially gives whoever you hit, if you hit, gives them disadvantage on their next attack. Also gives anyone within 30 feet advantage on their next attack. So, but you have to hit. It's one of those things where it only it's like one of those little squeaky toy hammers where it only makes a sound if you hit it.
For some reason I was thinking that most people
Usually you fight at night anyways.
Yeah.
So I think those would be good for you.
I will say anything on here, these were things that I created that aren't in D&D Beyond, so I would have to create these things, but if anyone wants one, I can do that. I just have to figure out
I
what it's
can
most
order
similar.
some. I can wine. I've got one.
But you guys have 4...
She's
Something broke.
Oh, yeah, no, she just... I think her collar hit
pod.
So you guys have 4 of the silver-lined bindings, which are essentially just handcuffs.
I'll take one of those.
And then he gives you 1 key.
Yep.
1 key that works for all 4. So don't lose it. What else do you guys...
I'm not there.
What else
are
you
you
want?
willing to trade for the rapiers?
Oh, we have...
Huh?
Sorry, what do you have?
What
I can
What
give
do
you
you
wine.
have? Huh?
Do you like wine?
I don't know. What's wine?
It's a drink that gets you drunk.
It makes you feel good. It's fermented fruit.
I've never had. I
It
don't
is
know.
a delicacy.
I don't know what
Oh,
drunk
yeah.
means, but I'm happy to try it.
You wanna try?
Is there a way that I can try a sample? And
Yeah.
he takes a sip, and he's like, "Oh, it's bitter. Oh, kind of sweet though."
I can give you a whole gallon of it.
Being that he's never had any alcohol before, because they don't know how to ferment herbs and fruit and wheat. He's like, "Yeah, that feels real."
If you're good,
You said you have you have a gallon.
I can give you a gallon. I can give you 2 gallons.
Callan, give me the helm.
I have no wine.
And you see him like dramatically just shove everything on his counter towards you. he's like 2 gallons, everything I have.
We should give them all tomorrow, don't we?
Sure, by all means.
We should give them as much as we
You're right.
can.
I want the
She wants the howling
I'll
hell.
take the dagger.
Okay. Take what you want. Do you have a container for me to pour it in for you?
Oh,
Water, skin, anything I can pour it in.
my wife has a clay pot.
You know what? I just bring the pot back.
Can you roll that?
Can I come sauntering up about this time with the pot?
That's so perfect.
I'll pick up the hammer.
Yeah, sure.
And she asked me if he has a container. I come back with the pot.
Yeah, my wife has a clay pot that would be perfect.
Is it that one?
It is.
My weapon's gonna be better.
Oh my god.
It's nice level.
Oh, you're a work of art.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Clean
I
as
received
much
that.
as I can fill that up with the wine. That way you can drink it as you please. But be careful. Drink too much, you will become disoriented. But it is a good
That's
with
fine.
red meat. It's real good.
Well, most meat is red when it's still bleeding.
I mean, it's fair.
What do you mean? Is there green meat?
Well, there's white meat. It's fish.
With all due respect, Callan, I think they're still like eating it off the.
I mean, that's fair.
I don't know if I have time
So
to
I'll
go
pour
into
2
the-
gallons, which is what all I can use for the day for the alchemy jug,
Okay.
into the
Well, we
pot.
can be back tomorrow.
We can be back tomorrow for more.
Well,
I count on it. No, I won't have anything else tomorrow. I'm giving you all of my
Do
inventory.
you know of anyone else that might have other things that could be helpful in sense of
Well, no
combat
one-
or survival?
Like a leather maker, like boots and stuff. Or bracers.
I'm sorry?
You know anybody that makes
Like
boots?
he is.
He's the only one.
Well, if you consider what leather is made out of.
Yeah, that was made out of skin.
They also eat things. I don't see the problem here.
Yeah, that's true.
We have no need for using skin for anything other than creating homes.
Fair enough.
And
Here's
you
the
thought I was the problem.
I'm always the problem.
You are not the problem. You are one of the most excellent people I've ever seen.
You are my number one mommy.
You know what? You're a big guy, but you're kind of nice.
I like most of what you're doing here.
So yeah, you got the helm. You took the dagger,
Take the dagger.
rapiers.
Doesn't do anything.
Can I take 2 pairs of the
It yells
shackles?
loudly.
Yep, 2 shackles. Here's the key for the
You can
shackles.
share it if you want.
Do you
Here's the
mind
key for the
making an
shackles.
extra
Ah.
set of keys
Please don't
that we
do
can
it.
pick up tomorrow?
It's the only one for all 4.
And then I will keep
one
shackles
second,
and
one
then you.
second. Sorry.
I was
Take
thinking,
the
yeah, for
shackles.
Kevdan, or whatever his name is.
Great idea. Yes.
Because if I can grab him,
I'll
I
shackle.
don't know what.
so.
Karen? What was the name of the
Hedrin.
Kedron, that's it. I knew it had a D in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just a
So Karen.
Karen.
It's Karen.
Chaotic.
I like to see your man.
I just like the idea that this
Seems chaotic.
huge helm.
Yeah.
You're like,
Where are the bindings, the
I
shackles?
think
I have 2, he
Right,
has
I have
one, he has one.
I have
Yeah.
2. I'd like to, I requested 2.
Oh, you have 2, I have 1, you have 1.
I don't want one.
I would say when I took.
Do you want this hammer? I mean, I'll hold it if you don't need it, but. It's a big ass 2-handed hammer.
It's not a big sword, but it's a hand.
I get
It's up to you. Okay.
Picky, picky.
What was the weapon again, Shade? The big hammer?
It's a warhammer. A
Warhammer.
+2 warhammer.
That's nice.
You can use one-handed.
Technically, I can always tie it to the chain and throw it.
You can use
I'm not
one or
very
two-handed.
good.
It's a versatile. Because one
Yes.
of my
I'm more of a blade guy. I've studied the blade.
Nerd.
Nerd!
Ding ding.
I'm a big fan.
That's why I have a great sword on my back.
Del Frisco's
Very
girl.
nice thing alike.
Where?
Del Frisco's girl.
That's good. Who likes coconut?
I like coconut.
You like coconut?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah!
She went there this week.
Are fucking
Where?
good.
Del Frisco's grill.
I've never
Her
had
work
one.
party for her Christmas party
It was
was.
so good. Anybody else
That's
like
Oh, it's really good.
Then I went to Del Frisco's, the actual
Yeah, bye.
steakhouse last week.
A tour of
We're
I
celebrating the
get big bites.
promotion.
Just
this
shove that
weekend. So we went and had ramen and then got dessert.
It's fucking delicious.
My dessert
So
was
good.
Dezoid.
It's so good.
Anybody else? Anybody else? You don't like coconut?
Nope.
Okay. You want some?
I like coconut
Neither does
rum, but
Cody.
everything else, no. What? I don't like the
like
flakes of
coconut.
coconut. It messes with my
I'm the
brain.
same with
It's so
that.
fucking good.
I don't like coconut.
Yeah.
I
It's a
know.
selective taste.
They're annoying.
It's our job. It's to
Where
be
you
annoying.
There's so many times where I'm like,
Tristan, where'd you get that?
Don't
Great minds and all
There you
that.
go.
Great
Yeah.
minds and all that.
You're offering shit. I can't eat all
It's
that.
so
If you're
good.
offering shit,
Okay, okay.
If you're offering shit.
that's my wife,
Oh,
ladies and
Just
gentlemen.
putting your cake.
Yeah, they're gonna get big long swords.
Feeding a whole DJ group.
It's okay.
It's so
She got rapiers though. Good for her.
If only they had a cool.
It's strategic.
It's a little big for me. Would you like to try a time?
On top of that, I'm already out.
Are you making the items, Shade, or?
I'm trying to label them out so you guys can all see them, but everything is being kind of.
I mean, you can do that later. I'm not worried about that right now.
Well, if I don't do it now,
Is the-
I fear that I'm not going to
I fear-
remember what is with everyone. So I'm just trying to.
Magic.
All I'm doing is labeling it out. I just put it all together in a
Okay.
quick document.
I'm imagining it just because over here. So you do a big even.
That's what I want. I'll look at you though.
Oh, the Redford wolf is named Hoku.
Hoku.
We don't care.
Hoku is the one that we're paying in booze for weapons.
We're making yeah. Making some interesting decisions. I love that name though, Hoku.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Hokagu.
So we got 2 swords, we got 2 rapiers, a dagger,
A
a
warhammer.
helmet, a warhammer.
The ointment. I think it was it.
Oh yeah.
You can have the
We
ointment.
didn't
Yeah.
need Steve.
Okay, that's everything that you guys
Just the
got.
bag holder.
I sent it in the Thaldron track. That's everything you guys just got. So getting
Hoku shot.
crazy.
Lunar sent it. Any question?
Hoko? Hoku.
Oh no, it's supposed to be Hoku. Sorry.
Okay.
Hoko.
You could be the O with the thing on
No,
Heather,
it's
do you want
not.
the rest of it?
It's a pain in the ass to text out every time, so it's you.
So for the helm, does it have to be in the form of a
that. I
howl?
didn't have my thing. Huh?
Like whatever scream it is, does it have to be a howl?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is one of those that like I made for a very specific
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
thematic element. So like it's definitely made for a wolf, but you guys can use it. Like it's made for someone to like be able to howl, but like louder.
Well, that way then maybe we'll get the yeah. Does it fit, like, since it's a magical item, does it fit to the size of my head once I put it on?
It's gonna be a little bigger than your head, right?
Well, I know it's originally bigger.
No, she's asking if it's gonna look like that traffic cone on Hannah's head from
Yes.
last weekend.
Wait, what?
That's a reference. to
She
when
tried
they
on a
were playing,
wizard's
have you
hat,
seen
and it
that?
actually, like, fit my head, and then we put it on Hannah, and it went down to her, like, shoulders, because that's as far as it went.
Did you have a huge noggin?
And
Is that
she
what's happening?
tries out. She's like, "This is good." I was like, "Put it on me."
And it goes past her entire head, yeah.
Straight
Yeah.
down.
Small people things.
Listen, I know Hannah's probably already talked about it, but like that was the best festival like I've been to so far. Like it was fucking awesome. Everything was so cool about it. It was like the parking lot for it. Like you go to like Ren Fairs or Scarborough or whatever, and it's like rows and rows of fucking parking. It takes you like 12 minutes just to get to the front. Just like the parking lot was just like right in front of it. There was no like there was maybe maximum maybe like 100 people there that were even able to be there because of parking availability, and everywhere we went was just like every little shop wasn't crowded. They had one stage that was playing music the entire day, just like a couple different acts, but like you could hear the music everywhere. We were watching like these Viking themed belly dancers by like this little food, but we were hearing the music from the main stage. It was so cool.
Really good.
Oh, that's cool.
It was cool.
You guys are going to the 13th?
We're going to something on the 13th.
Fair Champions.
Or is it the 13th?
You posted about
January
it?
13th.
Yeah.
January 13th. Yes.
We posted about it and we were talking about whether or not we already
Dude, it's
I have to do some other
so
stuff.
this one is the one we're going to is BYOB. It's one that someone we talked to at the festival was like, this one is going to be like the up and coming like
The horny wench. That's what we talked
the
about.
horny wench is her name. She sold horns.
She certainly she had a different name than just one.
Not that we
Not that she told us.
Not that we cared to learn, I should say.
There you go. Good point.
But she was like, yeah, that's going to be like the next like up and coming one. But apparently this Viking festival sold out. This was the first year they did it. It sold out so fast that they already have started building a permanent location, and they're building a longhouse, like an actual Viking.
Which one? The one you guys went to? Or
The one we went
to?
to. So the Yule Festival, the December Yule Festival. So the first night, that Friday, apparently they hosted a big feast that was sold out whenever we went to buy tickets. Like, but apparently it was so popular and it sold out so quickly that they were like, "Oh, people really like this," and they purchased land, a permanent location,
especially during this time,
and are buying. Like, they're building. Apparently, this lady told us like they're building a longhouse, like an actual Viking longhouse.
And doing Viking banquets and
Like a
bonfires.
good house.
Like,
Yes.
I
thought there was like
Yes.
a founding membership thing.
I watched
I thought
Vikings,
it
so
was
I'm all
like,
about
buy it.
Dude,
we should.
we're definitely doing that one again. It was only like a 2-hour drive to get there. The drive back was unfortunate. We came back during rush hour, so it was a little longer. But like the drive out there was super easy. Man, that was so cool.
Yeah, we can't wait to go again.
Okay, but I sent you guys that link or that list to those items. Let me know who's gonna take what. And then I'll create the items. Not right now, don't tell me. I mean, like, send me a message because I'm not going to remember right now. But, like, send me a message so that I can create the item. And, like, the weapons, really. The other items don't matter. You can just add them to your inventory. But, like, the weapons, I need to know who has what so I can create a D&D Beyond version of it. So that I can see, like, what the properties are. I'll just modify a Warhammer and a Rapier. But remember, the rapier comes as a set of 2, so you can if you have dual weaponry, you can use that. If you don't, you can take it as just one and give the other one to someone else. So, but they're made as a pair.
I think we were determining if Isadora's got a bobblehead helmet on.
Yes.
Oh, that was the question that turned into a tangent of
Does it
irrelevance.
shrink?
Yeah, it is magical in the sense of how it produces. I just don't think that I don't think Hoku would know how, like, be able to do magic that would reform a skull.
I was just asking.
Listen. If it was an attuned item, I'd say yes, it would change. But since it's not attuned, it's just something you can put on when you want to. Then no, it'll be bobblehead. But it's something you can just wear it like as
I can wear it,
tied to your
and then
back or
as soon
something,
as
which
I
is
need it,
kind of
I'll just put it on
badass.
like a baseball cap.
Yeah, you can have like a rope tied around to where it's like
I actually
like
like
a
the
skull
idea
on
of
your
it.
back.
If it like the nose like poking up behind your head and you just flip it off.
Yeah.
I'm just
Just
seeing like
push
a
it back
giant
ahead.
like a helmet with straps, and then the thing is on top of the helmet.
Like a mushroom.
Like the guy from Spaceballs, just like a
Yes.
ridiculous.
Like, you went over my helmet, like, more to the side, you know.
But yeah, like I would say if it was attuned, then yeah, it could be form fitting. But
Okay.
I mean,
it'll save you an attunement spot. But I think it's cool to just have an item you can just be like, oh, we need to get their attention from slightly less than 1 mile away.
Yeah. Okay.
If they're just over a mile, they just don't hear it.
Does a jaw open
in
up
worst
when she
case
yells?
scenario, you are changed.
Absolutely.
Like, you change your head to fit.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Cool. Awesome. Well, anything else you guys want to shop around for or look for?
If there was any other vendors in town to at least take a look at that you have stuff
Any
for?
shield?
This guy does do shields. He asked in the beginning. He said you want something to.
Oh yeah, I want to look at his shield.
I did.
Yeah, if he has any other magical items, I'll get
What's
him more
he
stuff.
got?
He has lupine chainmail, which is just regular chainmail.
Okay.
Just it's called lupine because it's
made for.
It's like way longer. Like if someone were to wear it, like one of you guys, it would go down to like your knees. It would not fit right. He does have. What's that? No, that doesn't make sense. Forgot that was here.
What's
Yeah,
the
just the
secret item?
check.
It's a secret item, Shane.
You don't know.
I would like to put a request in for if you could make another key that
Oh,
we can
another
pick up
key.
tomorrow.
Oh, you'll have to leave one of them behind so he can fit it, or leave the key with him so he can make it.
Yeah, can we leave the key so he can make a duplicate? So we
You know, I almost went to Nicola's voice. It would be easier if you guys are just gonna come back. Why don't you just come back and I'll just leave all of them. That way, I need to make sure the key fits and works. So why don't you just leave them? Pick them up tomorrow on the way out.
I'll take one of the shackles I have.
Okay.
Be like,
Yeah, just leave me one of the shackles. I don't need all four.
You can have one of these because, to be honest, we never know if Bro wants to do some sort of mind raid or something. We don't know if we're gonna be randomly.
Well, he doesn't let. Well, you might be allowed on the night raids, but typically you wouldn't be allowed on the night raids. That's just him and his close. But you guys might. I don't know.
What usually happens on these night raids?
Oh, lots of killing. It's really just like a way. So the way that we all see it, I'm not one of the upper. I'm down here, right? Quite literally, our society is built in a pyramid type where the higher you get up closer to the top, your ranking essentially is. So I'm pretty middle ground. But yeah, the night raids are more like there's this ferocity inside us, you know. And this might be that liquid talking, because I don't feel like I'd normally want to share this with people I just met. But this is like this, you know, lust for blood and killing, and just want to end the life of things. You know, like you know how you have that feeling sometimes, just all the time, like nonstop.
I actually do.
Well,
Keeping an eye out on that.
what's up?
I was just making sure that the fork that got tossed was not one of our metal forks, because our forks kept getting tossed. We're good.
Oh, cool. Shit. The
rage.
Yeah, you know how like sometimes you have like this like want and lust to kill things and end their life, and just like, you know, you just like it's like always going within your body that you just want to like kill and kill and kill and devour. Like, well, so that feeling, it's not really healthy in a society of like civilized folks. So these night raids are more just like a way for those that are supposed to be our leaders to just get that out of their system so that they can present themselves as being well-rounded, sophisticated folks, while the rest of us should just deal with our pent-up rage.
So your leaders use killing the dryads at night.
Oh, they kill all kinds of things. Striders are great. If you can kill a strider, then that means like you can fucking kill anything. Sorry, I never speak like this. If you kill one strider, you're an excellent warrior. If you kill many,
it's a way to get pent up ferocity.
Yeah, it's like a release of like your anger and your because I think about it, I feel like the person you're like following is just always mad and angry. Then it's like, well, what makes them better than me? Like what? Like that's how I am. Like
well, I think
you look up to people that are better than you.
It's a natural curiosity. We were wondering if this was like natural enemies to you, or if this was a matter of a yearly thing, is like a ceremony.
I think the only enemies we have naturally are the cowards. Sorry.
That's okay.
But no one really steps to us. The Lion's Bane, we have an interestingly intimate relationship with them, where we allow them to be in our presence without slaughtering them.
Thank you.
Would you say the Lion's Bane are lesser?
Ooh, thank you.
That's the interesting part, because they're really not, but like we act like they are, you know.
Something similar.
Because like we're able to like build these homes and they live in the trees. We act like we're better, but we're really not. If there was one of them versus one of us, who knows who wins? But we run in a pact, and they typically are stupid and run solo, so it's an easy killing.
How often would you say they go on these hunts?
Almost every night.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, you're talking about the shields you have.
Was I?
Yeah, shield. I'm actually interested in shield myself.
What's a shield?
Something to protect us from the staff.
It's
I'll
like a
pull mine
barrier.
off my back. Tink tink.
Something one would hold in order to protect themselves against an attack or something.
I don't make anything like that. We try to just move out of the way. If someone's gonna hit you with a stick, you don't just stand there and say, "Ugh," and then you move out the way, right?
It's not wrong.
I mean, obviously you stand there and let it hit you. It just seems to like sticks bounce off of you.
I can't move that fast.
And I did, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Wow. The world's prettier. It's got more colors.
I don't know if we can melt your shoulder now.
I think I'm used to it.
Oh yeah, we're going with an apple.
I like you're gonna leave the key with him. Like I'm not leaving a key with a man who's just discovered wine.
Can you still forge
We may
things
not
at the
get
moment?
those shackles
Huh?
back.
That's why I was
Yeah.
I wanted to keep the key because just in case we need it.
Melt
But
silver
Yep.
it's
and
like,
just
I'll
coat
get-
our blades in it,
Yeah,
right?
sure, yes.
He's got two hands on it.
Maybe
I don't
we
think
could do that at camp
He's
tonight or something.
continuously drinking while we're there.
This whole conversation, I'm trying to like
This guy's got-
role play him as getting more sloshed as the conversation's
Yeah.
going, but he
Yes.
is definitely
Oh, it's
continually
working.
drinking. Yeah.
But he's not going to be even up before we leave.
Yeah.
If I know any experience.
I wake up with a crack
Is there any more
morning.
juicy
Yeah, of
details
course.
you'd like to
Um,
provide us since we're just chatting here?
No.
I heard 3 of your voices talking at once.
Which one of you is speaking to me?
Can you all say that again?
Is there anything else juicy you'd like to share with us since we're chatting and having a good old time?
You got food.
Sure, if you have gossip to provide, I suppose.
Lots of buttered
Oh,
noodles.
I thought you were sharing something juicy. Gossip.
Actual food.
Well, that one really stumped you, huh?
I'm not sure what it means, so I'm trying to
Give
figure
me
it out.
secrets to tell.
Secrets?
Is there something you know that you shouldn't tell people, but you might want to tell somebody if you're having this?
We really
It's
do.
cathartic to tell somebody your secrets.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
That was the hammer therapist. Agreed.
I literally was like,
I will say, are there anybody
That was
else?
sorry. That was hammer.
Given the recent show of force by Grow, does anybody else in this camp who feel like he is still questionable as a leader?
Grog?
Grow.
Groll?
Close enough.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's gonna be lots of people that don't think he can handle it, but I don't know. Today really kind of showed that if you, because Grog, he knows.
It's all for it.
Yeah, we got about 5 minutes left of this match before his
I'm just trying to figure out, like, is there any sort of resentment still?
Because of how the way that Grog handled it.
Yeah. Have a grand poobah.
I feel like he's talking to us in between, like just gulps out of this.
Oh my
Are
god.
we gonna get in trouble for introducing alcohol to this tribe?
Now if that's how to make it.
They were the greatest of their people. And now
I'm
they're
about to become the
because
greatest wine
whenever-
trader in the world.
Yeah.
Do you
Because
have any left?
when
Maybe
Grohl
Grohl.
did his act of strength and everyone saw that he was still strong, because we was told for like, the last week or so that Grohl was weak and he partnered with weak people and everyone's weak.
That's true.
And
We
then
need to go talk.
Grohl comes back and we're like, oh, I forgot how big you were, Grohl. And then Grohl kills Ulrich really easily, like super easy. Makes us think like, well, maybe he's not weak, and maybe the people he trusts aren't weak too. Maybe we were, told things that stuff isn't how you think it was.
Well, I know how definitely wine affects me, but one last question to you would be: come tomorrow,
Good morning.
going to war, would you be by his side for it?
Hmm?
Going to war tomorrow, would you be by Grohl's side?
For what? For fight? To fight?
To fight.
Fighting?
Yes.
Probably not. I don't fight. You mean like would I support him?
Yes.
Grohl.
Correct.
No problem.
We are.
Grohl,
Yeah.
Grohl, anything.
I mean, he's my leader. He's
I
my.
think my patience is running out. I'm
He's
gonna
my
put y'all to
leader.
do and just go roll.
You've never
myself.
negotiated with somebody who's drunk.
This isn't negotiation. This is just talking.
Sometimes when they're drunk, communication is negotiated.
I mean, some of Ulrich's people were here. They came with him.
Right.
But listen, I know you guys are news to this area. Like, you're not from here, but like
News.
We're big things here.
Big
Well,
news.
you should polarize those words.
Sorry.
Says you.
But the way that our people really get to know one another and really respect one another is when you see someone break the head off of someone you thought you respected.
That would
It
be
really
a
puts into
really-
perspective.
It really reframes it for
I
It
you.
think I
really
can
puts
do
into
quite well around
perspective
here.
who you should follow. Like,
Right.
those people who follow Ulrich thought Ulrich was way up here, and then Grohl came. Grohl's like, oh, I'm way up here, and then now no one's gonna follow Ulrich because he's dead. So your only option is to follow Grohl because they thought Ulrich was better than he's dead.
Well, I totally understand and thank you for being so kind.
So I don't think anyone's, honestly, after today, and like, you guys are friends, obviously. After today, I don't really think anyone's gonna try anything. What?
Okay, don't worry about
Can
it.
we go now?
Let's go talk to Grohl.
I love Grohl.
That's good.
That's nice.
Listen, guys, I'm just trying to make sure nobody else.
You guys all
That's fair.
head up the hill.
Before I go, I want to ask him. How,
Please no.
Like, no. Not to take up any more time, but like as everyone's talking, like,
First, someone cast Lesser Restoration. Just to get out.
It's a silver mountain.
I mean, I can't.
Then he won't learn.
Well, I don't.
It's a learning lesson.
Don't enable him.
But then you won't be addicted.
That's fair.
That's the
I don't think that this is enough to get him addicted.
Well, I think the 2 gallons might.
I don't think I'm going to
Uh,
introduce addiction into this game, so it's fine.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Well, I was gonna ask him if he could do the same thing, but like on like a greatsword or something, versus like
Dipping the moon thing.
pokey sticks.
The
do
ring
what?
fingers.
Do what thing?
Could you do the moon thing with a larger sword?
No.
No, they have
I mean,
to
I
do
could.
it.
No. Sorry. I don't mean to be blunt. It's not the time. Oh, that sounds.
No.
It's not the right time.
It's not a full moon.
Full moon.
It needs to be a specific time for me to do it. It's not the time.
You need a full moon.
Sorry.
The moon's not full.
Sorry.
If you would have asked a week ago when you guys were here, it would have been around that time.
It's been what? Because I wasn't here for that.
It's been 10 days.
That's why we need to go talk to Grohl.
Oh, yes.
This many days.
Apparently we were gone 10 days.
Apparently, the one day we were gone for nearly a week and a half.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Now you see why we want to
Thank
keep
you.
going to Grohl now.
Yes.
That explains why so many of them were able to do a coup, because we were gone for 10 days.
I thought that was pretty alarming for one day. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Grohl.
What's
That's
that?
where we're going.
I'm Hoku.
Okay.
We're gonna
Hoku, thank
Bye,
you so
we're gonna
much.
see Grohl.
We're gonna leave
Bye,
now.
Hoku.
Oh, we're gonna see Grohl.
Drink a lot of water.
We're going to see Grohl.
No, you stay here. You drink.
You have work to do.
Get some electrolytes.
What's that? Okay.
I just walk off and leave them in with that.
All right. Cool. In that scene, you guys move on.
And see.
You move on. Is there any other?
Activities you want to do before we get to Grohl?
Yeah, I know Adam wanted to look for other like magic items.
He always does.
This isn't. There's just not. This isn't the place for magic items.
I think we should just talk to Grohl.
We can go to Grohl.
Yeah.
Just go to Grohl.
He'll be fine.
Sorry. Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got cool wolf stuff.
Yeah.
You got
Um,
a hammer.
He's looking for the magic
Pretty cool hammer.
I knew it. I knew it.
What happened?
I said it's a pretty cool hammer he got.
He got a cool hammer.
He got a pretty cool hammer.
Pretty cool.
There's lots of damage. Cool. So you guys climb up the mountain to Grohl's tent. His little hut up there. Oh shit.
What's up?
Oh, I'm fine. Oh, my laptop's about to die, so I was thinking if I need to go grab the charger, but it's got like 25%. It's fine. Usually I bring the charger, and then this time I didn't. And
If I need to go grab it, let me know.
Dare you be useful to your husband?
That's the worst.
No, it'd be easier for me to get it, because then I have to explain what it looks like, which one it is, and then she would come back and say I didn't know which one, and then I have to go get it.
Are you laughing because you were late?
Yeah.
What?
I said, is he laughing because he relates?
No, that's like trying to find a ketchup.
Well, I mean, listen, it'd be different if I had like one charger, but there's like
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Which cord is it out?
I have my work laptop and then this laptop and then I have the computer. All three are all the
So
same
it's
place. So
really
like there's so
cool.
many different power supplies.
I'm missing
Okay,
the cord for my
so
phone.
you guys get to Grohl's camp. What do you guys want to do? Like, what is your goal to talk to Grohl before?
We want to
wrapping
tell him
things
Tell
up?
him how long it's been.
that
Cool.
is he
So-
single?
You see
Yeah,
it?
honestly, girl.
He is.
I see a romance blossoming, and Isadora supports it.
Isadora just supports anything romantic.
What is she not?
Yeah,
She
why
also
not?
supports evil.
Whatever's most fun.
Stop touching things. Stop doing stuff.
It's a fake ring.
It's also what they say in
Hey, let's just remember who dropped the gem, okay?
LTV.
It wasn't me.
TV.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
It wasn't
whoa,
me.
It was
No
LTV.
fun but
It was both Callan and LTV. Callan threw the gem and then LTV dropped.
Yeah, so I don't know why everyone's looking at me. That was the last campaign.
And this one, you prayed. We all know you prayed.
Yeah.
Also-
So it's fake praying.
Also, Silex was the one last time that threw the gem into the ocean.
But
Me and Hannah were talking about that earlier.
Also,
We were
that
like,
fake prayer
why is
doesn't
Adam's
come up at
solution
all.
for anything like magical that's evil is just drop it in the ocean and it's fine?
No one will get it there.
It's because it's deep water.
The goal is that somebody has to work even harder to go get it, and it's out of my sight. So
Let's
we're
look at
good.
the hands of a Leviathan.
Even better.
No, there'd be other forces at work
Why do you
there.
have that stone? I blew it.
So, Grohl.
There he is.
No, she's being sweet.
Let's hope he's being sweet.
Grohl
Maybe I could convince him.
Grohl goes and sits in his kind of that meeting room. You guys actually spent a lot of time there where where I kind of did that like fast forward, like just lore dump of who the Wolfbane are, like what their things are. He goes and just kind of like sits in there, kind of like the proper like dog sitting, like feet down in the front, chest up, and the other members of that strike force that followed him up there, they just kind of get to work. As you guys approach and get up to the top, you see some of the black-furred folks, like quite literally, like with like brooms in hand, sweeping the floor, getting things kind of cleaned up, and it's clearly made a mess in here from. You kind of have that moment of like reliving a crime scene as you walk up and you like, oh, I can imagine like Lupa like fighting for her life in this moment, and you see them just sort of trying to get things in order. But that's what you see when you walk up. There's no one else up here besides the few black-furred, the one red-furred. What was the name of that red-furred wolfbane? The red was Chaka. That's right. So there's Grohl, Chaka, Mason's up here, as well as Indigo and Nisha, who are the two black-furred folks. So there's 5 total wolfbane, and then all of you. One of them is a wolfbane named Mason.
I want to shoot finger guns at me.
What's up, Mason?
It's not the big wink you have.
All the better to. What are y'all doing? Do you want to just walk straight to Grohl? Do you want to talk to anyone else in here? More dialogue with Masabi? What do you guys want to do?
Willoughby Mason. Here's the last name.
I mean, I'd probably just walk up to
Yeah, I probably just walk straight to Grohl.
Willoughby Mason.
Willoughby
Every
Mason.
time he consumes someone, he gains their name onto his name. Willoughby Mason, whatever the next one is.
His name isn't Willoughby, is it?
I gotta do
It's a
some digging.
million names.
I'm Archeron, destroyer of universes. And you're like, okay.
Willoughby is
That's how
actually
Cora
just.
got her name for the last campaign. Then Cora.
Yeah, I'm
Willoughby's just an
adding it
acronym
on.
for all his last names that have just been piled on him.
It's the name
So
of
really,
it's supposed to be
it's Willoughbyum right now
Willoughby.
because Mason got added.
Willoughby-ish was-
So what are you doing?
Going to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight to roll. You see him just sort of like head down. Seems like trying to like recount what just happened. He sees you all walk up, just acknowledges you. Just
Some new
Yes.
information has come to light
excuse me.
as we've walked through. It seems that to your people, we've been gone for 10 days. For some reason, the time I think is different here than it was where we were.
Okay. That's frustrating.
Yes.
We were gone for one day. They gain 10 days to our one, is what you're saying.
Yes. That's the other way
Oh,
around, isn't it?
Shit.
More like you
They
all
had
have
10 days
10
when we
to
had one,
their
yeah.
one.
Yeah, we have 10 to their 1
We were told the sun came up and down.
10 times.
Just do one.
here.
What does that mean for us?
It means that potentially a war over there could last 3-4 days. And
Actually, I'm just going to stop this right now as the DM. I have that backwards. They're supposed to be gaining time faster.
so the island went
I
10
had-
days.
Yes. Because that's
For
that.
one.
There's a whole fucking plot point in there, and I think I fucked it up by telling you guys
We
the wrong thing.
reversed it.
So I'm just gonna tell you now. It's the other way around.
So
They
we
have-
were there for 10
They are
days.
10x. So no, you guys were still there for like one whole day, but instead of it being, we'll say
It's
for
been like
every
a couple
10 hours,
hours.
1 hour passes. So you guys got
Okay.
back.
In like 4
That
hours.
kind of fucks up the whole coup thing.
Yeah.
I think it was better the other way around.
Yeah.
But it's bigger
But
than.
it's not. It's
Okay.
It's bigger. There's more to it. Like there's shit
Oh,
like
whoops, it took
backstory
us
So
an
it
stuff.
extra
shouldn't have-
day to
you
get
shouldn't
back.
have-
I mean,
No,
if
but
you,
we'll say the coup still happened because like he brought the prince over and it
We
was
could
just
have
very
waited for a
fast.
moment.
maybe, I
Whatever.
mean,
We'll
you
say
could always-
nothing changes except now you guys have the information.
Maybe
We'll say
they've been plotting the coup for a while. They waited for the perfect
Sure.
opportunity.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure,
Get in
all
there.
of that happens.
Great.
I just want to be sure, like time moves faster on Mauritian. Like that is a
Okay.
part of the game. Like that's something I have written
Got it,
into
got
the
it, got it,
lore
got
of this
it.
game.
So just to
So-
clarify, how much time passed?
It's
while we were
10x. It's 10x. So however long you guys were gone. So from the second you guys left, or whenever you were in Mauritian and came back. So if it was 1 day here, it's 10 days there. So if you were
Okay.
gone for 1 day, it was only a couple of hours for them.
Yeah.
So you guys got back really fast.
Okay.
So
there? Oh,
Well, I
so
mean, we
you've
can
only
always
been
say
gone
the
for
travel
3
there.
It's only-
is
yeah, you've
longer
only been
and
gone
for-
other
Time
locations,
dilation.
so we might not have
So we
Sorry, I just want to clear that up now.
It's
Is there any
back.
other? Is there any questions on that? Because like that is
No,
like
that makes
So-
sense.
there is like
So would
reasons
it be
for
that
that.
they could be a much more advanced civilization
By the time we get
by the time we get back? Even
That means
I
they
don't
have
know,
time to prepare for us.
Yes.
so.
Yeah,
More
they
time.
have time to prepare for us.
So this
We don't have
realization
time
you guys
for
are
this.
having now is exactly why I wanted to switch it because that's exactly right. Like this,
We don't have time to
Mauritian
program.
is
That's sick. That's like,
advancing way faster than the rest that you guys know of. The rest of the world, you don't know why, but they
So-
are
so
advancing.
it'd be like
way
being a
faster.
civilization in the Bronze Age, coming back at like half an hour later, and they're in like steel.
I mean, it's 10x, so maybe not like that. Might be like
But like
the right point. Yeah,
a
the
week
right point.
here would be 70 days there.
So if we get back, my parents might have like my family may have created, my parents may have created something ridiculously monstrous, knowing that we're
but
coming
it
back.
couldn't it be tied to
Or
your
already
parents'
happened.
time thing of why it's doing that?
That's my biggest fear. Is what I was going to say after the conversation was like, I don't know what could happen with time dilation. My parents were able to perfect it, but the time explosion does.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
So that means Gorlowins were coming into a well prepared siege. They
At minimum, they
It also
know
means
what
this is just something you. Well, we'll say this is Groll. If what you're saying is true, then that means every day we spend progressing,
Mhm.
learning new skills, becoming better hunters, growing stronger. They do that to a multiple of 10.
yes, and they have, I would
And they
assume
have for
has been for like a millennium. I don't know how long.
we've been on this in the wild for generations. Our whites can recount back 500 years, which means they have a 5,000-year head start.
That's not good.
Well,
Technically 4,500 head start. We're doing the math.
I mean, it's not a great thing to think about, but no offense. You guys are still in the basis of normal animosity. Like, where we're from, technology exists.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's just everywhere else, or maybe time slows here versus is normal everybody else. I don't know.
I've never seen the contraption that we use to get to Merician.
I mean, it's not entirely common. They're expensive, but there are
The
multiple
thing
of them.
is your ship 5,000 years ahead of where they are now?
I mean, just by looking around the
Would that be a question for him?
Does anyone have a way to contact Eudora? Where we came from?
The only thing I
He
know-
said who? Eudora is the
I can
continent
think of-
that you grew up on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He only knows because he said.
No, I know Shazera.
I mean, I know that.
Wait.
That's true.
I rarely ever got Shazera.
That just gets us to.
I did a stint in the militant, and I don't really know where
Can
I
you
went.
contact your
Shallara?
grandmother, or maybe Niccolo has a way to do that? We should ask.
I'm
how long
asking a
it's
question
gone.
I know there's an answer to.
I was going to send it.
Oh, who has
He's
sending?
chasing it.
That is what?
Sending.
Does anyone have a spell? Say that someone's some kind of messenger with a box. That is
But I mean, I don't know.
Okay, I'll do it.
Is there a
Nice.
limitation on this one?
I don't know. Yeah,
Not with
I don't
sending.
know.
No, it's like
Sending can
Sending
go
is on
across.
the
It can
same
go
plane.
across. Yeah, it can go across the entire world. Just needs to be on the same plane of
Yeah.
existence.
yes.
All right, great.
Which we
yeah.
had some fun with in the last game when there was people who were on different planes and like the sending didn't work and you guys thought they were dead, but there was some Sending is a fun spell for the DM.
I never get that spell. No matter-
Well, that's not the spell I
I
have.
know.
What spell do you
I
have?
have a stone, but
What do you have?
Do you have the?
Golden Speedy Courier.
The fuck is that?
What the fuck is
I summon a small air.
No,
elemental.
a fast little messenger
pigeon?
Yeah, that's what it is. He has it's like a little air elemental,
In just 1 second.
and it has a little box, and you put whatever like little message in the box,
And
and
it
you're like, go send
instantaneously
it.
transports it.
And it pops up in front of whoever you want it to.
That is the best. That's so much better than sending. Sorry. Okay. So is that? I mean, is there any other
Can they
descriptors to
send it
that?
back?
Okay, let me just read it.
Yeah, just read it all out.
All right, you summon a small air elemental to a spot within range. The air elemental is formless, nearly transparent, immune to all
What is
damage.
the range?
10 feet.
You summon it within 10 feet.
You summon it within 10 feet of you.
Keep reading all that.
Yeah, keep reading.
It carries an open, empty chest whose interior dimensions are 3 feet on each side. While the spell lasts, you can deposit as many items inside the chest as will fit. You can then name a living creature you have met and seen at least once before, or any creature for which you possess a body part, lock of hair, clipping from a nail, or a similar portion of the creature's body. As soon as the lid of the chest is closed, the elemental and the chest disappear, then reappear adjacent to the target creature. If the target creature is on another plane, or if it is proofed against magical detection or location, the contents of the chest reappear on the ground at your feet. So it has to be within your plane of existence.
That is so cool.
It's
And then there's-
insane.
It's, so it's like sending, but you can have physical objects.
Yeah,
you
but-
can literally send stuff to them.
I've been
The
playing
target,
D&D
the
so
target
long, I've never
creature
heard
is
this
made
stuff.
aware of the chest's contents before it chooses whether or not to open it, and knows how much of the spell's duration remains in which it can retrieve them. No other creature can open the chest and receive its contents. When the spell expires or when all the contents of the chest have been removed, the elemental and the chest disappear. The elemental also disappears if the target creature orders it to return the items to you. When the elemental disappears, any items not taken from the chest reappear on the ground at your feet. So you don't lose anything. You either give it to them or it comes back to you.
But they can't give it back, can they?
They can send it back to
They
you.
can send it back.
Well, I mean, like, so if we send a note with questions of like, hey, they're saying they take
But they
it back.
can't send something new back.
Right, they can't send us something back.
Hypothetically, if we send it to your grandmother or
She can
Shalane or
cast it
someone,
back.
like Shalane can cast sending. I'm sure your grandmother
Oh,
knows
yeah.
someone who can cast
Okay.
sending.
Yeah.
Amara can
needed a
definitely
party
cast it.
member?
Great. Okay.
No, anyone that I've met or seen at least once before, or if I've never seen or met them,
Yeah,
then I
Oh,
have to have a
okay.
pass with them. Yeah,
So
but
what
as
if
long
we
as I've
send
seen
it-
or met them.
So what if we send a message to Amara asking how long it has been since we've been gone to find out if this is a central thing here or if it's a Merician thing?
Do you have gold? Do you chance have a
Oh, yeah.
paper and quill?
I do.
I
Oh.
have a journal
Please,
at the
I'm
end of
into
the
it.
all the time.
Can I have?
Yeah, here, you can write it.
I'd love to send a message to Valkyrie.
Meanwhile, I'd like to open
You
the
just
shell
send it
phone.
home.
He doesn't have to open it.
Oh, damn.
They know what the contents are.
So I'll write a letter to grandmother. Dear grandmother, we are alive and well
Dear
still,
grandmother.
thankfully.
Me and Lincoln are stony mother.
We have found a continent called the Wild, correct? That's what they call it? It is not, as we know, Merician. Merician is south of us at this point. And
Do you estimation of how long?
do you know who knows what the current date?
Well,
also
I would,
with you.
I would say we could.
Who know what the current date?
I probably would.
We would have to
know
give
what
an
it was.
estimation of how long we're gone.
Yeah, just ask her how
How-
long has it been.
I would say
what is
probably 2.5 days, right?
I mean, yeah, it's been I would say I'd say like 5 days probably.
Probably a week at least.
Do you know the current
You guys left.
time?
Going up in space.
So you guys left
dilation.
the year 4210 on the 20th day of harvest. You guys arrived on the 22nd day of harvest.
Okay.
So it's been since you arrived probably like
2 days.
2 days. So it's probably the 24th.
24th.
Okay.
Okay, so currently it is the 24th. How long for you have we been gone
Rather,
from
what is your date?
Udera?
You could always just say like, we left on the 20th. What day is it now?
Either way, it's fine.
Yeah.
Please send
No.
it.
This is the important part.
Please
Sending
use a sending spell to respond to this message. This is your grandson Callan. You can respond to this
Why don't you
message.
stamp
Do we
your,
want
stamp
to-
your ring with a little ring?
Yeah, do
Yeah,
we
there you
want
go.
do we want to send any other trinkets or
You
messages
just send
in
your
the
ring
box?
because it'll be sent back, right?
No, it won't.
It won't be
She
sent
takes it
back.
out.
She
She can
Right.
receive it and send back the items that I sent
My initial
her.
thing was his wax seal
So she
with
can
the cross
receive it.
out, so she knows. She would know.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there anything we want to ask while we're here?
We could send any other trinkets or
What's the status of the?
Yes, is my mother alive?
That's my mother.
Is my mother and sister alive?
Ooh, what about
What's the status of?
Lenora.
Lenora?
Lenora.
What does this?
Lenore,
Are they in order?
Any history on
The
Lenora?
one who has
or
the
any-
dagger there.
Aztec.
Oh,
Aztec?
What's his
has the Aztec family killed everyone yet?
What's the status?
Yeah.
You're running out of paper.
I would.
There's another.
P.S.
I would also.
This box is 3
I
feet
know
by
that
3
we
feet.
have-
Oh,
So.
never
She
mind.
also has
We can put all the
25
skull in
words to
there.
answer all of this.
Yeah. He's asked
Hey,
like
she can
30
always say
questions, and I'm like,
sending
how am I
more
going to do
than
this in a
one.
sending spell?
I know that
That's not our concern.
we have picture evidence. I would probably
Lenora?
refrain from mentioning your uncle
Yeah.
and his.
Oh, send the
involvement.
picture.
What's the guy?
Why am I contributing? You should do
What's his
When we
name?
get back.
My uncle, my mother's brother.
the one that's in the. I just had it pulled up. Hold on.
It's your mother's
And then
brother.
just be like, also
Like
we found this.
Bart.
And there.
Bart.
Huh?
Bartholomew Tulare.
And then on the back, like right before I'm done,
Wait, why are you saying
I will
that?
in bold letter, like hard, do not trust Bart Tulare. Life or death. And then I'll roll it up and give it to you.
Alright, and then I'm gonna conjure up my little guy.
It looks like LTV.
Yeah. And he has this big old fucking box. And then you put the
I like
box
that
in
he's
there.
struggling to hold it. Just
Yeah.
Every time I
Is
think
it
of
hot?
LTV, I
I'm
think
like-
claptrap.
Yes, master.
What is your mother's name?
Grandmother.
Amara?
No, that's your grandmama's name.
No,
Yeah, who are we
no,
saying?
Catalina is my mother.
Yeah.
So sorry. Who are we
His
saying?
grandmother's
Amara.
name is-
Amara, my grandmother.
Amara. Last name Tulare? Amara Tulare. And then he's gonna go. And right in front of.
Okay.
Make sure to take her.
Yeah, there's a few minutes. It takes her a while to read this novel.
There's lots of punctuation issues.
Oh, it is like a 5th grader's handwriting.
Oh, it takes her even longer.
Tulare? Question mark. Evil? No trust.
No, I mean I had schooling.
I know he
High school
had
level.
all this like written out beautifully in his head, and it's just this like 5-word, very.
Wow, it's written out.
barbaric.
It's got spelling errors.
Did you write this in rage?
You're
There's
Just
a
like
moment.
staring at each
There's a
other.
long. There's a few moments that pass as you guys are all anxiously waiting for the return of
Did it work?
this.
It should have worked. He is very capable.
You get
Alright.
the familiar kind of humming tone of someone sending you one of these messages. You haven't heard one of these in years since your mother and your grandmother used to use this as a way to get you back in from playing in the field. You haven't heard this in so long. You just hear that familiar kind of high-pitched humming for just a second,
Like pat you pip.
and then it's almost like when you wear like noise-canceling headphones, where you can still hear stuff, but it's muffled.
Yeah.
That's what happens, but clearly you hear Amara Taleri's voice telling you, it's great to hear from you. The date is the 22nd of August.
That's as long as we've been gone.
The
AKA
same date.
Yeah. AKA the island is moving faster
I've been on that.
than everywhere else.
Okay.
That's our point.
Your mother, your sister, are all here in Mythfrost, safe. Your grandfather was able to save so many. The Aztecs have seized the capital.
Of course they have.
Tell her that smoothly.
I'm sure I'll write it out.
There's a long pause. The Elder has fallen.
Oh shit.
Your grandfather seemed to have been, even though he somehow survived the crash of the ship, survived, only to be slain, rather publicly, in the capital. Your grandfather had help in rescuing your mother, your sister. Your friend Jax has returned to the city. He's here. He has been elevated to lieutenant of our security force, fully reinstated. He is your grandfather's first in command. We hope to see you soon. We love you.
I don't write that last part, but I'll write the rest of it, and because otherwise I'll forget. Very solemnly, I will show Varian that.
You can respond to this message.
Oh shit, I can't.
Who's next in command? No, that he's.
Aztecs, the Elder Militant would be the next one.
Lenora was an Aztec. Is an Aztec.
Yeah, her father
She's
was
She
the
was
Elder
one, but
Militant.
she is one
Her
too.
father.
Yeah.
So her father was the Elder Militant,
Mhm.
which is his name is Vigor Aztec, and Lenora was the one you guys have met in the tower.
Oh, we better.
We all know Lenora.
I need a family
That's a
three.
goal.
Yeah.
I have one, but I can't show it to you.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I have a family tree. I cannot show it to you yet, but I have.
Ooh.
I need to
There's-
look.
There's
sorry.
connections that we don't.
I need to look at it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I built this before I built the fucking map, and
Smart.
I have to look back at this and I have to find it all the time. So I'm like, who knows who? And that's why. But yes,
So I would respond to my mother and say,
How did he die? I want to know how he died publicly.
which one?
I mean, probably
Who's he?
pretty awful way.
Yeah.
The
my grandfather.
Yeah.
Your dad.
My great grandfather. Not my.
Your great grandfather Jerome, like the
Yeah.
actual elder,
Yeah, you said the elder fell,
the
right?
first elder. Yeah.
We have found our targets.
I'm not strict on the number of words.
Okay.
As long as it's not a whole like.
Yeah, no, I say, grandmother, we have found our targets. We have found quite a number of interesting things, and we have found allies to help us in our endeavor of finding the source of the time magic. I'm glad to hear my mother is safe. You cannot trust Uncle Bob. And then that'll be it. And then I'll show you that the Aztecs have taken over. Show you that my great-grandfather was fallen and the Aztecs have taken over. I mean, and tell everyone everything that she said. That it left. We left on the 22nd. We traveled for 2 days.
No, you left on the 20th.
Left on the 20th.
20th.
It is now the 22nd.
Okay, so time is normal here and there. It's only fast in Vampire Land.
Got it.
And where? Vampire Land. Couldn't think of the word.
We know what you mean.
We do. Yeah, it helps.
So it's not a.
It's not
their-
an us here problem. It's a.
It's
yeah.
their
It's a them their problem.
As you're explaining all this, you get another hum, another response. Now that she knows you're okay. Shut up, Discord.
Let's go, baby.
It's got to be Nico. It's like, I fucking downloaded the game, baby. Let's go.
Dude,
Let him know.
This is for you and me, dude.
No, I told Hannah about Nico all the time. Oh no, it just died. That's unfortunate. You hear your grandmother, and she says, what do you mean? Bart is here now. Please be specific in your response. Jax will only heed your requests. Tell us what to do.
Are you gonna tell us before you answer?
Also,
I probably wouldn't know.
Also, Mythfrost has seemed to be a point of refuge in this time, being that our geological position is quite sound for defense, being that the only way to come through our gates is through the bridge. We can hold our own for quite some time, but we will need allies. These allies you speak of, will they fight for us? Please respond.
You are fine. Stop
Maybe
crying.
after we fight.
So we gotta
We
solve
can
the
ask for
vampire
that.
war.
So here's the thing. We're about to. I'm assuming you
Are you
relay.
gonna lay this information to us?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Here's the thing. We're about to go help them take out this entire civilization.
Right.
If we ask Grohl that these are innocents and that the capital is overrun with cowards,
Right.
then I am sure that he'd be willing to continue to defend your kin.
Are we having this conversation in front of Grohl right now?
Yep.
Well, we're on the 10, right, with them, so.
I mean, it's
They're
whatever.
innocents. They're not.
While we're all doing this, I'm gonna take the picture, right? And you have, I'm gonna have a quill or something.
Yes.
That I've been writing with. I'm gonna circle Uncle Bart on it, right?
Oh, you're sending the picture?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna ask to send a picture.
Yeah, you should have to send it.
I would request that
Yeah,
you
I can. I can do it one more time.
Huh? What?
My problem is if you send that photo, I secretly wish to keep that photo just in case nothing happens with my parents, and I could show Bryra that I tried.
Just
Do we
make a
get that-
Xerox.
Do we get that photo back? That's what I'm asking.
We can have her keep it.
You can write a note saying who they are.
Can she open it in the box but leave it in the box? And
If
then
it stays in
let me
Mythrost,
look.
then at least we can go
She
back
says
and
you
retrieve
receive
it.
it,
I
so she
understand
receives
that.
it and looks at it.
Yeah, I mean,
She
we can
knows
ask
it's not
her.
concept.
Should
She
not
can
take
send
the
it
picture
back.
out of the box.
she just doesn't take it out.
Only thing is,
You
my
can-
parents are also in the photo, and I do want to.
Hey, regardless of what the spell says, I'd say if you're sending it to an intended person,
Uh-huh.
like we'll say it's just a matter of consent here. So like if the person you're sending it to, like you as the person sending it, if you're wanting it as like return to sender,
Okay.
then it'll come back to you.
It does say any items not taken from the chest, so she could see it in the chest and not take it, and then it'll just appear back.
I mean, whether or not she takes it, though, that's up to her. She
But
decides
you
to
can
take
say
it.
in the message back, leave
yeah.
the photo there.
Well,
Please leave the photo in the
If it
box.
stays within Mythrost, it's close enough to some people that that I can maybe retrieve it. I wanted it as evidence of what my parents were in case we didn't succeed.
No, I understand.
I would have them send it back. Or keep it in the box.
Yeah, just respond to her message saying, I'm going to send you proof.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remove it. Just look at it in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That way when her eyes see it.
So I'll circle Bart to Larry. I'll circle, because Valkor's in the image,
Mhm.
correct?
Yeah.
And label and like, I'll write on a little separate piece of paper who Valkor, because we talked about who he
Yeah.
was,
Mhm.
and how his malice, he controls a dagger tied to the Aztecs.
Yeah.
Kind of like that paper she can take.
You can also
And
say
then also
Kedron's-
circle what's his name?
Kedron.
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 Vampire Lord. And what? This picture's what? 1,000 years old or some shit? Super old.
Yeah.
I'm just
No, the
imagining
picture
Callan.
you're circling,
That's
if
a
his
news
parents
photo.
are in it, it's probably only
Yeah.
20,
Oh,
15,
okay.
15 years?
Okay.
15 years old?
But you could easily build.
But again,
It's a whole
time is different there.
Yeah.
So 15 of our years.
And do I recognize anybody else?
It's one man.
Not you.
Okay.
She might.
So, and then I will. Are you okay?
Oh,
Amara.
his grandma.
And then I'll write on the top where there's like people I don't like the vampires that I don't care about. Right? I mean they're whatever. I'll say do not take.
Need back.
Let me know if you recognize anybody else.
I'll say that on a different piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
But on the top of it, do not take. And I'll put it in there.
Alright, wait.
Or give the second piece of paper, and then I'll also respond to the message. I'm sending you evidence of Bart's betrayal. Do not take it out of the chest. Do not let Bart have information on security near my mother, near any form of forces or have any say, or near grandfather alone. He could be very dangerous. And then I'll send that.
That's all you say?
Yeah.
Amara to Larry.
Okay, fast forward. She sends another.
It's like a higher power message.
Yeah.
She has to use her
Do we
higher
get the,
spell
do we
slot.
get the box back?
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
the box back. It's still in there.
Okay.
The picture's still in there.
I'll give that to you. I was like, I don't need it anymore. People who've seen it needs to see it. So
She says,
Thank you.
your grandfather will want him removed from the premises. We are debating whether, or I am debating whether to remove his head. Also,
Torture. Also. Get
Also-
information.
interesting, in that photo is a historical figure. The man that killed a king named Lord Valkor.
yeah.
You may recognize his face. This isn't a conversation. She's just yeah, there is.
Yeah, totally.
But almost most interesting and frankly most terrifying is I see Queen Aura. She is the ruler and queen of the unseelie court of the Feywild.
Do you recognize?
She might be the
Yeah.
most terrifying
She would.
member of this entire
I
group.
might know of her.
That's who.
Valkor is nothing. This vampire lord is nothing. Nobody. Even your oath of an uncle is nothing. Queen Aura may be everything.
So when we met Divin, my
Yeah.
patron, he serves
He
Queen
serves
Aura.
Queen
Oh shit.
And he even told you guys, you're like, oh,
He said, no, she will kill you if you go to her. Don't
we
go
said
to
she
her.
killed her to talk, and she didn't, or no, somebody else.
But that's who my patron serves,
Yeah.
is Queen Aura.
So I will
Excuse me.
divulge that so you can have your moment of gasping.
Who's that?
And then I will respond, well, our allies and us are going to Kedron and to wage war with Kedron and retrieve our targets. Is there anything we should be wary of? I mean, Queen Aura is a monstrous figure. I don't know if that is capable, but if anything I can bring back proof of betrayals, I will search for it.
Her response, or her re-engagement of the spell. This will be the last time I'm able to communicate today via this message.
Sorry, my cell phone's dying.
I'm running out of minutes.
Going through.
But if you do see the queen, I advise you to turn, run, and strategize another way. Do not engage her. This vampire lord, I advise you go to the cargo hold. You'll meet a friend. Tell him to take care of it.
Without telling anyone anything, I'll say this part out loud. So about Willoughby, Grandma. He's kind of, and I'll stop because I know the Mason's right there. And then continue.
Also, she can't respond to this. Like, this was her last of the day, so she can't respond. So whatever you say back is the last thing you're gonna say.
So, Grandma, about Willoughby, we've met.
By the way, with sending, you don't have to message. You have to whisper it. With sending, it's just in his head. So he's just like, oh, boom.
It's been a bumpy friendship from the start, but I guess with your permission, I will tell him he is able to feed on the vampires. That would be grateful help, I guess. Also, just want to have a little conversation when we get back of why I was allowed on the ship when there's a monster in the cargo hold that's 5 years old. Thanks, love you so much. Click.
I love that her response to a vampire lord was like, "Oh, just tell Willoughby to take care of that." We've got a nuke waiting in a wolf body right now.
Willoughby, literally everything is nothing.
You guys look at Mason and he's just like,
I want to turn and look at Mason, and I won't say it out loud, but Willoughby. I just spoke to my grandmother, Amara. You are allowed to take care of the vampire problem.
You piqued his interest.
Okay. There are rules. There are 2 that you are not allowed to take care of. I'm not saying this out loud. This is all in my head.
Oh.
There are 2 you are not allowed to take care of.
Who's that?
Whatever your parents.
I don't know what your parents' name is.
Cornelius and Anola.
Cornelius and Anola.
Cornelius.
We will take care of those 2. You are not allowed to eat them. But every other vampire is fair game, according to my grandmother.
When do we go back?
When do we go?
Tomorrow.
Willoughby has the littlest heart on right now. There you go.
He's fully torqued.
Understand?
He's like rock.
And not in your head,
Mhm.
vocally, you guys all watch Mason. You've all heard Mason. You've all seen Mason. He's just kind of looking around, just cluelessly as usual. And I'd like to imagine he's just like one of the guys sweeping, and then he stops as, Callan and Willoughby start communicating, and he stops sweeping and he just kind of looks over at all of you, and you hear you see Mason's face, you see his snout and his muzzle, and he's like, I'll take care of it for you.
Oh, creepy.
Just get me close.
Okay.
Back to sleeping.
And then
Hell yeah, Willoughby.
I will say that our group chat friend, however we put it in the actual game, our group chat friends will help us take care of the issue, according to my grandmother, which we will be having a conversation when we return.
I knew we could count on him.
We are.
Man, he's like, I just want this to go well. I just want this not to turn back on you did this.
I won't blame you.
But okay,
I feel like I'm gonna get blamed now that Queen Aura is a big baddie and
my patron.
I mean, that's not your fault.
That's not your fault.
If it makes you feel, if it makes
Y'all
you
say that now, but as soon as she does some shit, why would you serve someone who serves Queehora?
Not to speak lowly of Isadora, but like, is a cashier at McDonald's blamed for the dealings of the corporate CEO?
According to Herod's, yeah.
Why don't you ask that to all the people who boycott Chick-fil-A? Because
These are the Karens.
Chick-fil-A workers are the nicest people on the planet, and they're sometimes treated terribly because of owners' decisions.
Yeah.
But regardless of
You're
any
blaming
of
for your pack.
that,
Once you go give her
is
the
there
check.
anything else you guys are wanting to do this evening before the nightly hunt that will inevitably happen? Because tonight of all nights, with all this like lupine testosterone, like they have to go get their hunt on. Yes. Now you raise your hand, Cornelius.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say when we go to bed, I will do that.
In the nude.
Yes.
What?
What?
When we go to bed, I will do what I'm going to do. I just.
Oh, are you guys going? Are you guys sleeping here in the tent or back at the ship?
Shit.
Okay, so I'll keep that in mind. Does anyone else want to do anything here in the tent before we go back to the
What's
ship?
Hoku's situation?
He's probably. I mean, you gotta go check on Hoku.
I'm checking. I was just seeing if he's like passed out or not.
Maybe.
I'm about to rob him blind.
If he's passed out, I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on him. When we go.
Such a nice guy.
So that he doesn't wake up with a hangover.
Oh, you're really you're setting up poor expectations.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do you realize like a hangover is literally nature's way of saying, "Hey, you did this too much." If you take away the ability for him to realize he did something too much, he's gonna be like, "I can do this forever."
Well, he might get alcohol
No, the thing is, I don't want him to wake up tomorrow and be like, "Those motherfuckers."
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't want him to have any.
You shouldn't be giving him
taste
2
in it.
gallons of something.
Okay,
but without any parameters on how much you need to take
Yeah,
to
we
feel
didn't
good.
explain how it
You just
works.
said, "Here's 2 gallons."
Here's the thing. That's on us. He doesn't need to suffer for that.
We
So
can,
Lesser
we can explain
Restoration.
how it works tomorrow when we bring him more.
Yeah, he doesn't have it. If he drank the whole thing, he has no more.
Oh, he gave you everything he has. You can go back tomorrow to get more. He doesn't have anything.
No, I'm saying, well, we're going to give him more just because we could say, like, hey, by the way, this is going to hurt
You don't need
the
to give
next
him more
morning.
poison.
I'm lesser
Right.
restorationing.
He's gonna be dead.
Oh.
To restore
Is anyone okay? That's good to know. Is anyone doing anything here in the tent before heading back to the ship? On the way to the ship, stopping by Hoku's tent.
No, not between now and the ship.
Okay. Anyone?
I don't think I
Cool. Okay, so you stop by. Hoku is. He should be passed out. He should be completely done with
He's
the
only on the
day.
one side of the table.
You see the clay pot, which you are so familiar with. And this pot has been dry for minutes. It is not freshly drinking out of. He probably chugged all of it the second you guys walked away. And his stupid, giant ass wolf body just absorbed all of that like it was nothing. He's almost, I wouldn't say sober, but he's almost back to being like his normal, eligible self. Understandable self. Like, he's back to being like, you walk up and he's like, "Oh yeah, I was actually just about to finish the keys for the shekels. I'd have them done in the morning, but since you're here, if you don't mind waiting a few minutes, they're almost done. I just had to make sure they fit right, and you just had to cool them down."
Yeah, sure. I can hang out for a second.
Yeah. And he's like, he's finishing up and
Furious whirring of gears.
And he's like, "All right." He's and you just see him like the metal cools down. He puts it in the shackles and clicks, and you just hear like the, and they pop open. He's like a charm. Cool. Here's 2 keys for you. There you are.
Well, thank you so very much.
You're welcome. Never thought I'd do any work for something that made me feel like that, but that was fantastic. That was great. You should have warned me a little bit about the low.
Yeah, I was actually
a little. It was tough with the banging, but
I was actually coming back to like. I am shocked that you're coherent, let alone. I didn't. We gave it to you with our understanding of how to pace oneself and consuming it, and then we realized, oh wait, we didn't tell him how much to drink, and that's on us. And I'm very relieved to see that you're okay. And I was actually coming here to, if you were feeling ill, to cast a spell on you to heal you and make you feel better, because I didn't want you to suffer for our miscommunication.
I feel fine.
And I see that, and I am.
I don't even. I don't.
Frankly,
feel,
I'm astounded.
I don't feel just fine. I feel super okay. Yeah.
I am shocked.
But I will tell you, I didn't love the way it made me feel afterwards, so
Uh-huh.
I'll probably take it easy.
Okay.
But if you have any more of it, I might. Next time I drink, I'll probably do much lower amount. I loved how I felt in the beginning,
Yes.
and
And you can avoid the whole like second part if you just don't drink nearly as much.
you live and you learn, don't you?
Well,
I
we'll
just need
have
to make
to
sure
come
to
back and
have
top
some
you up.
self-discipline, you know.
True.
Cool. Well, there's your shackles. There's your keys.
All right. Thank you
And
so
I was
much.
gonna give them to you tomorrow. You're all set. So you don't need a blacksmith to travel with you, do you? No. Yes. No. Okay. It's fine. I'll stay here my whole life. Cool. Well, good luck in your travels.
Both Cody and Melicroft want to say yeah. Come on.
This is the Jensen you didn't want.
Well, the thing is, we get him and we get Jensen.
Jensen didn't.
You got a stew going. You throw Hoku, you throw Jensen.
Tristan's already happy just at the words stew.
I mean, it would just be the worst thing. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if I traveled the world and got to see
I mean,
the
I
beauties
could be somebody who can make
that are outside of
arrows.
this.
What's your ability to make arrows look like?
I can make all kinds of arrows. I think you guys were asking me something about silver tipped, which I was a little nervous about because of the nauseous gases that would make me die probably. But like, I'd be happy to give it a whirl. I can make all kinds of arrows, yeah. But silver tipped are a little scary.
Yeah, come on. I'll have to answer the rest of the group later. Come on.
Should I bring my forge? He's like picking up the searing hot. He's like, not yet.
No. We will figure that part out. Yeah, come with us tomorrow.
You serious?
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's another straggler.
Why not?
I've never been
No,
on
he's
the side of
staying on
any.
No, we're not going to bring him out to fight. He said he doesn't fight.
Yeah.
We'll figure out how to get him a
He
force
makes us
set up.
weapons.
Listen. I make weapons. I clean okay. I'm not the best cook, but I can apparently consume the red liquid like really well.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a skill you enjoy, but I'm happy to continue to employ my services.
Yeah, at dawn when everyone's set to set out, we'll come and grab you.
I'll be there. I'm excited. I'll start packing my things.
You're just gonna abandon it.
Yeah, actually, I'm excited too.
I'm happy to abandon my wife and go on this journey.
Oh no.
It's fine, guys.
Free pot.
I'm ready for this.
You know what I just remembered? Where's George?
I have the egg.
The egg hasn't rehatched.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
still
I
in
have
there.
it incubating.
It's all been. It's been less than a
So
day.
different this time.
So when it unfortunately was murdered to the death, I rolled a d8 to see how many days it would be before it rehatched, and it has not been that many days.
Okay. Well, because
So he knows.
I guess the reason I asked is because we did now just retro the 10 days.
Oh yeah, does the egg? What's the sitch there?
Yeah, but your time hasn't changed.
Right.
So
But
the,
so
your
my time-
amount of days.
It's
yeah.
on my person. So
Damn.
it's my
Like, if
person.
you
Yeah,
left
like
the egg
you weren't
there-
there for an entire
Yeah, if you
day.
left the
We're
egg
there
there
for a
and
few hours.
came back and then went there, its time would be different than yours. But since your time hasn't changed, it's still
Got
the
it.
same time.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess because I'm.
I
confused
really
then,
regret
because-
getting into time travel.
Time dilation is.
Right.
I
it's just
literally
another
in my
day
lore I
that
wrote,
he's
oh
just
yeah, there was a
saying that it
meteor
doesn't go
of
off
fucking
based on
time stone
that,
that
it
came
goes
down.
off
I'm like, well, I had to
based
do
on
something.
her.
But technically,
And then this motherfucker
have
said his
experience
parents were
with it.
inventors, and I'm like,
To
well,
get
clearly they
back,
have to do
that's
something
why
with
I
the
was
No, no,
time.
no, no. So he took that back, right? So we experienced one day when it was actually just a few hours.
Trust me, sometimes stories
in
write themselves, and I'm
our
like,
time. Yeah, so the 10 days
It's not
was
10 days, it's 10
Okay.
times
Yeah, we
faster.
weren't on
Okay.
Mauritian
Yeah.
for an entire day.
okay.
No, so-
Man, they were
Yeah.
like
cool. Well, you got a new friend,
Yeah.
Hoku.
New friend. We
Hoku!
need someone to make us arrows and bullets. I mean, that it doesn't get better.
Hey, as long as he makes
Yeah.
magical weapons, I'm good.
Yeah.
We just gotta
He
figure
is
out
a
how to get him
he is a
food.
Redford wolf, and the last Redford wolf was beheaded, so it's good to have one
Yeah.
because they are rare.
Oh.
They're just dying, man.
They're dying left and right.
Just like Star Trek. Got a red shirt, man. Yeah.
It's exactly, except not at all like Star Trek.
I love it when we come back to Mythfrost. We're all gonna be barking to this giant red man-sized wolf.
I want to be home.
Yeah, I like to think that it's like when you go overseas for like a long period of time, and you come back and suddenly you developed an accent.
Hello, grandmother.
Yeah, but it's wolf, so it's like, grandmother.
So I moved the skull and the right now.
We don't talk like Scooby-Doo.
So you guys head back to the ship.
Yes.
LTV is he has a feast prepared for you because if you guys remember, you asked him to cook for you. But then as soon as you guys got back on the ship, you all went directly to sleep to level up, and then left because there was a commotion. So LTV has a feast prepared for you.
Thank you.
And I'm very excited to share the menu. Because I had ChatGPT whip this up, and it is so good. A lot of the names are just what LTV has named these items. They are not actually what the items
I
are.
want to know what the prompt you put in was.
There is, for your starters, you have options of dragon wings, goblin sliders, or mystic mozzarella sticks. You also have a soup and salad menu of a minotaur stew, or a forest forager salad, or elemental bisque. Your main course, this is where it gets fun. You have the pirate's platter, because you're on a ship. The knight's delight, which is a juicy steak, roasted potatoes, and asparagus. The elven enchanted pasta, a dwarven delver's special, and the wizard's walk. And then you have bountiful sides with treants greens, mystic fries, wizard's mac and cheese. It's just regular mac and cheese.
It's just
Mithril onion rings.
Yum.
Just
feel like I break a tooth.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not. You shouldn't throw mithril in the name of any food.
That's just the one thing
I think
that
it's
was not
funny. It's the one thing I can eat. He made it specifically for me.
And then there's the dessert menu, which LTV is like specifically proud of, which is the Dragon's Breath Sundae, which is essentially a scorched. Yeah, it's like an ice cream sundae with like a scorched creme brulee topping that's scorched at the table in front of you.
It's on his blowtorch arm.
Yeah.
He has a little napkin over his arm.
There's the enchanted forest cake, which is essentially a chocolate cake with berry infused edible forest decorations, and then a potion of sweetness, which is a very small, colorful array of sort of like melted sorbet, just kind of down the hatch. Really sweet, easy, and oh god, hell yeah! And he also included beverages, including a dwarven ale, an elven wine, and the airship coffee, which is just coffee. Most of these things are, like I said, these are just cute names he gave for just regular food.
Yeah.
LTV, this is fantastic.
You guys keep
Such
back
a
up, and
great
you see
job.
him like like with a little apron on, and he's like, oh, you're back. One second, and he like scurries downstairs, and he comes back up, and like he has like the tray of drinks, and he's like, I got coffee, I have ale, I have wine. Take your pick. All the food is just for you. Just eat it all. Take it all. I don't know how food works. Do you need it all at once?
I don't know how food works.
We will eat it. This is fantastic.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, LTV. You did such a great job.
I hope it doesn't taste bad. I've never eaten anything.
I'll take a bite. Instantly roll Constitution saving throw.
What do you take a bite of? It does matter, unfortunately.
I'll start first with the dragon wings.
Dragon wings. Okay.
I was thinking the bisque.
I was
want
going to
that
say, with the
bisque.
dragon wings, I actually, ironically, do need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I mean, that's fine. I'm good with that.
He made them with his own signature fiery dragon sauce.
18 plus 7 is...
Oh,
25.
so what you guys actually don't know about Callan, apparently, he's a hot sauce guy.
Okay.
He's one of those
That
guys who always
tracks.
has multiple
That does
levels of
track.
hot sauces.
That tracks.
He always likes to test himself when he goes to a hot wings place or anything that has any sort of hot sauce. He gets the hottest one to see if he can
I
handle
can't
it.
do it in real life. I'll do it in D&D.
Yeah.
Nothing has ever been able to conquer him, and this one was close. This one, you took a bite of it and you're like, whoa, he concentrated the hell out of that spice. And it almost ruined the flavor because it was so spicy, but that's something you like. If anyone else had rolled, or anyone else went for that and failed the, roll or whatever that means, probably would not have liked it very much. You fucking love these dry. These are like the spice. Like you find it's like you finally feel spicy. Like you're so used to everything. Everything has always just been mild to you, and you finally feel spicy.
Damn.
I like it. Well, then I'll just work my way down. I'll just try everything. Next slide, please.
Me either.
That is so funny. But if anyone else wants to eat anything, feel free. If you want to role play it, let me know. But if not, I assume you all just indulge and then go to bed. Does anyone want to do anything before going to bed? Because I know you want to do something when you go to bed.
Yes. No, I'll talk to you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, there's talking.
Sorry.
I'm
You
interested.
go first.
Me?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. Well, kind of when it settles down, I want to take a moment, and like, if I ever see Mellowcroft alone, I want to go talk to you when no one's around. So whether it be whatever you're doing.
You see LTV sort of cleaning dishes, and you're like, Mellowcroft, I need to talk to you, and he's like. Do I leave?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Okay, I'll clean these later.
Thank you.
You want anything?
Another plate of wings!
And he brings another plate of wings to Callan.
Mellowcroft, I'm curious. How familiar are you with all of the gods around?
I would say I'm pretty familiar. I mean, my personal devotion is to Freya, but I studied religions and, like, I was the grand historian of my faith, but I mean, I was a record keeper above all. I mean, all sorts of faiths, gods new and forgotten. Yeah, like I've studied all of that kind of stuff.
Are you familiar with any kind of, what would be the best way to describe this? Dark and mysterious kind. I don't know, seems a little haunting in this region.
Is it are we talking dark and mysterious in a neutral way or an evil way?
Fucking Cody. What kind of question is that?
I mean, would Inari now?
There's something like dark and mysterious, like, ooh, I don't know much about them. And then there's dark and mysterious, like they're definitely up to no good.
Oh, well then yeah, you would be able to make a judgment on that.
I would say neutral.
Okay. Do you have any other sort of descriptors about, or are you just asking for that general purview?
I mean, I guess.
Is there anything that you associate with
Will
this?
you kind of describe it a little? Just.
What do you want me to describe?
Describe.
I'm looking for any, just like dark and mysterious gods, and it's like.
Listen,
right.
I know, candidly, I know what you're going to be looking for. I'm curious what she's willing to share.
I want you to just kind of give like maybe like 2 descriptors, maybe like a
Something vague, but
What?
literally something other than dark and mysterious.
because I also don't know how much details I know, so I really just want to be like,
Hey, how about this?
yay tall.
Because you were essentially still raised and taught in a very proper way.
Yeah.
And most good educations don't silo knowledge. So you learn about other things, whether or not you partake in that belief, like you still learn other things. So make either whatever's better for you in your stat block, which I have a feeling they're both a +0. But if you
Intelligence or wisdom, yes, please.
I was gonna say religion or history check.
What about me?
Which I think are, but not you. This is her describing to you, so you can only gain the information she's able to
But
get.
then I'm gonna have to roll about if I know anything.
No, you'll know.
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
Religion's better for me.
Yeah, your knowledge base is like, this is right up your alley of
This
shit.
is my alley.
You're the reason I went to you.
Yeah. So like, if as long as she's able to like convey it,
Okay.
I can share it to you what it is.
11.
It's kind of the plus 3.
Just over average. Ooh, what do I give for it? You already labeled dark and mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
So because an 11's like still has to be vague.
Yeah.
But dark and mysterious are taken.
I feel like Dark and Mysterious is easily like a 2 or a 3.
Yeah.
Dark and Mysterious.
Yeah, it definitely seemed dark.
Okay.
Anyone willing to make deals? Maybe?
It seemed specifically, situationally around.
What was going on?
It seemed around the death of that individual.
Yes. How do I explain this?
You know what you saw.
Right.
Or
It's
at least
just how
you
much
know
I'm
50%
willing.
of what you saw.
Yeah.
The other half is what you're trying to describe. So you can also.
I'm also trying to figure out how much I want to share.
Yeah.
Yeah. A god maybe associated with deals or death.
Loki.
Okay.
Mysterious deals and death.
There's gods associated with both of those. Individually.
How many? Do you mind just giving me an idea of who you have in mind?
Are you talking about deals like involving death explicitly? Maybe circumventing?
I don't know. Do you have books maybe you can provide me and I can figure out more?
Not on my person, no. DM. Well, I guess it also depends on what she's willing to share and what she is.
It's not much more I can give you at this point. I'll say that. Or I'm willing to give you.
Yeah. Is this concerning someone close to you, yourself? Something you've seen recently, or is this like some, as the youth say, deep lore?
I would say
anything I myself would say, I just say that.
I would say this does have something to do with someone close to me.
Okay. Death, dark, mysterious deals.
You can come back to me, I have questions.
Did you witness something? Did you see anything? Were you spoken to by any entity?
I may have witnessed something, but I'm not willing to go further at this point.
Okay. Well, let me ruminate on that, and then I'll see if I have any answers for you. But generally, when happenings involve beings of divine nature, what it is you see when something is going down tends to reveal a lot about, literally down to the colors involved in the auras surrounding magic, stuff like that. What exactly is happening in the moment is as much of a signature, like a little artisan's signature on something for the divine as like the domains they oversee, which can sometimes be like gray areas. So it can be blurry, and different cultures refer to the same gods in different ways. So if you think of anything else, or you have any more you're willing to share, that would help me figure out what I'm trying to find. But I will meditate on this, and I will get back to you.
I would prefer a list of names if you could, and descriptors for each one.
Will do.
Thank you.
Now that you have your homework assignment.
Do promptly, you will be graded.
Maybe within a week.
I'm in.
Chop chop.
I could probably get. I don't sleep, so I can get it to you way faster than that.
What?
I don't know if you were texting me.
No. Should I have been?
No.
I wasn't.
Oh, so how would one intrigue the opposite sex? No, I'm kidding.
Panic!
Well, you see, when my daughter became a young woman, I generally refer this to a mother.
I love to think of that moment of panic, like your helmet kind of comes apart and things are like, no,
No, straight up going to dad, but he's like, well, my wife handled it for my daughter, but he would totally go there with somebody like, all right, well, we're figuring out emotions today.
Emotions.
Emotions and attraction and.
What are those?
What are those?
Okay. I'm done. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What would I have to do? I mean, obviously, I know we're probably wrapping up. Like, what would I have to do in the future to sort of? Well, you guys have to talk and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to take too much more time on this. What would I have to do in the future to make progress on this?
It's more one of those things where,
or is this on her schedule?
As she gains more information
Got
that
it.
she can share, you'll be able to create more of a framework of an
Got it.
answer. Right now, it's unfortunately too vague. Whether it's based on her ability to describe what it was that she's asking, or her willingness to share what it was.
Probably a combo of both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Regardless, right now it's it's dark and mysterious. Something about death.
Deals.
Maybe divine deals. That's it.
So I've got a general direction I'm looking in now, but nothing more than that.
Sure. Yeah, you have a compass that's pointing in a direction, but you don't have a location.
No landmark or anything. Okay. Well, we'll cover more of that in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably will.
Probably.
I have a feeling you probably will. I don't know.
Something tells me.
And something tells me.
Someone tells me Mandy's gonna make a deal with something dark.
Something tells me, because of a whisper that may have happened, that there's probably something going on. Okay, you two want to talk?
I have a question to ask you about your.
Can I ask you a favor, Heather, specifically? Can you project so
Yeah, I
that
was going to.
so that I can hear you? Because you're going to be facing Mandy, and
I
I'm not
know.
going to be able to
I
hear a
was
fucking
thinking
thing.
talk.
I can already tell whenever you looked at me, she was like, I have some things, and I was like, I have some. I was like, oh shit.
I'll just talk forward.
That's. I mean, you can look at her, just project a little bit, because I just want to be able to hear.
I know, guys. I'm
You got it.
sorry.
It's
I
okay.
did a lot of
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Isadora. My voice is going on. Sorry.
What about?
Well, when we went to rescue you in the Feywild, your patron deity, whatever you call him.
Divin.
Yes, David. He called you princess.
He called you princess?
He did. How did you know what I was?
I did not tell him anything.
That's what I wanted to ask you, if we told him that. Because I've seen you draw your thinking, and
That is how I communicate. And now I'm thinking, have I told
you've been to
him?
me village, you've seen it, you've seen people, you've seen me.
But here's the thing about Divin. Divin knows things sometimes without me having to tell him, without me painting pictures for him. I cannot think of a moment where I have painted a picture or explicitly told him that you are a princess. Because I know that you told me that in confidence,
I did.
and I have kept it to myself.
Good.
I have not told anybody in the party, and I have not told Divin. But I do know that Divin sometimes finds things out without me telling him.
Then he must have found out another way.
But here's the thing too, just the picture of Queen Aura has me thinking as well. I think that Divin is more connected to the royalty in the Feywild than he has led me to believe. And so it could have been something that he didn't even find out from me.
Do you think this queen told him?
I don't know.
Do you know
I was
much
going
about the
to...
queen? Has he revealed anything to you?
He has not revealed anything to me besides what he has told our group. So he had told our group that we should not cross her. We should not meet her or anything of that sort. And I was going to ask him a little bit more about her. So the more information that I find out, I can let you know as well.
Please
And I can ask him how he knew.
Please do, because I'm very curious.
He
'Cause
might.
I'm from the city court and we do not get along well. in
Yes.
the city courts.
I imagine that this is how he knows. Because I promise I will not tell anyone that you did not want me to.
Good. Thank you. Wow.
I was going to bring him tonight if he was willing to show up.
Evan, here.
hmm So I need to ask him questions, and that is the only way I know. I can send him information via paintings all day, but he typically won't send information back unless I call him to me.
Well, if he comes, I could ask him myself.
He hopefully will appear right in front of me. Maybe.
I think that's a good idea.
Alright.
Let's ask him to come. Maybe he can see this place for himself. And maybe he will get answers you do not know. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna say my little phrase, and I'm gonna say to get Divin here. Kapirosh rukeskinka ploteshil inindis.
And Divin
Bestie!
shows up and he's like, "Are you guys on the? You guys are all on the ship, right?"
Yeah.
Okay. He's like,
Wow.
Isn't this place really awesome? Magical?
"Where the heck are we?"
We're on a boat. A sheep.
Oh, boat. Never forget.
Yeah.
This place is so fascinating.
Yes.
Is this ship? But it's not on water. How does it float? Can it float?
Airship. You see that?
You can't
that
float on air.
Watery man right there.
Watery man.
He flies it.
The man made of pee. I see it clearly.
He's just pure yellow at this point. So, sorry to bring you in. You know, I don't know if you were busy. I apologize. I just had some questions after some information that we got today on our adventure.
I love asking questions.
Do you love answering the questions, though?
If I know the answer.
Perfect. So, we had an interaction with
Good for you.
some vampires.
Oh, bad for you.
And there was a picture of some of the vampires and the vampire leader in this vampire tower. I'm using the word vampire a lot. I understand this. There was one that was pointed out to us as Queen Aura, and
I know her.
I know you do. You told us about her and how if we ever tried to meet her or go to her,
Run away.
run away.
Yeah.
Yes, we will be killed, which we do not want. I was wondering what information you know about her in relation to a person named Kedrick or Valfor. There are some other people in this picture that I did not know were connected, and so I don't know much information about Queen Nora, but I figured that you might.
Well, before you summoned me here, I didn't know that boats could float on water. So sometimes you learn stuff.
I am hoping to learn stuff as
Or
well.
sorry, float on air. I knew they could float on water.
Yes. I hope
Sometimes
so.
you learn stuff. I've heard the name Kedron from Aura. Gosh, well, now that I know I should be paying more attention, I'll try to listen better. But I know she says she's a part of his council or something, but she's a part of so many councils. Everyone wants a piece of her time because she's so strong and powerful and
So
wise.
powerful, yes.
But I don't really think he's much of a warrior. I don't know much about vampires, but I don't think they're that strong.
We've beaten a few.
Yeah, I
But I
mean,
think they were spawned. I'm not really sure of the mechanics.
I mean, I leave the fighting up to other people when I can, so
Like
I don't
me.
really, I'm not the best judge of it, but I'm pretty sure they're not super scary.
Mhm. But why would she serve on the vampire council? Like, she's not the vampire, is she?
I don't think so.
That would be something for you to know, I bet.
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen her in the sunlight, but the unseelie court's always at dark.
Always at dark.
Hold on, I'll try to feed her. I'll try to get her to drink blood and see what she does.
Okay, great. Get back to me on that.
Well, not my blood, right? I don't want her to drink my blood. Okay, I'll figure a different way out.
Does she have any, for lack of a better way of saying it, does she have any insidious plans in place? Taking over places? Ruling?
Well,
Destroying?
Ruling and destroying isn't always insidious.
Let me take away the word insidious. Does she have any plans of taking over?
Well,
Ruling?
she's
Destroying?
been at a forever and eternal war with the Sealy Court.
Yes, I do know this. But maybe like in the is it just like the moral plane? Material. In the material plane.
I don't know. I didn't think she could come or go to the material plane. But maybe she can be summoned just like maybe she's a patron like I am to you to someone else. Maybe she's like an archfey patron like I am.
Oh shit.
That would make a lot of sense, actually.
Oh shit.
That way she can grant her powers to others, making them a lot stronger than they seem to be.
No.
Maybe that's why people are scared of the vampire guy, because vampires aren't that tough, but maybe because he has powers from her, he's stronger.
Interesting.
But maybe not. I don't know.
But that's a good idea.
Being a patron, to be honest, is not that hard of work, so she could probably do it. It's just fun. I mean, you get to hang out and talk to people and learn new things. I guess some people take it more serious. Maybe I should take it more serious. Probably not.
I like it. I like what we have.
Yeah, we just hang out.
Yeah. I like what we have.
Does she know Valcor?
Yes, so some of the other people that I mentioned in that picture, you had talked about Kedrick. What about Valcor? Do you know anything about Valcor?
I don't think so.
Never heard of him?
Not by that name.
Do you know him by a different, the Night Stalker?
Oh, I know the Night Stalker. Yeah, the Night Stalker, that elven guy with the weird ears. Yeah, he's always angry. I've only met him a couple times. He's come to the castle.
Okay. To talk with Queen Aura?
Mm-hmm. They go to the back room.
They go to the back room.
That's not the worst.
All
That's not the worst that I
right.
meant. They talk in private.
Nope, it's canon. You say it. Back room.
They go through the back door. No.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
When is the last time that the Night Stalker came to visit Queen Aura?
I don't know. What time is it now?
I would say it's about 9:25 p.m.
Okay, so probably around 9:24 p.m.
What?
He's there now.
Oh, he's there now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can introduce you if you want to meet him.
No.
I kind of want you to.
I kind of want to.
Oh!
Please tell me you said that as a door. Please tell me you said that as a door.
I need you to
No, I'm scared.
Probably not.
Roll
Probably
an
not.
Isidore do.
I can
Well, I
introduce
think
you.
he's a
Let's
door.
reset. Let's reset. I can introduce you if you want.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, not to Lady Aura, she'll kill you, but like I can introduce you to Night Stalker. He's actually been pretty nice. He's just angry.
What does he angry at? Would he kill me if he met me?
No.
Yes.
Well, you're not.
Yes.
And he like looks you up and down. He's like, I'm pretty sure you're not like Kitsune, so probably not.
That is very true, but a good friend of mine is.
Well, then don't bring them around. But I can bring you back.
It's all
Say
right.
hi. If it's someone you're trying to meet, I just want to be helpful.
You have
If it's someone you're trying to meet, I can
met
introduce you.
You fake brave
I fake prayed to him one time.
with
Did meet him.
Not
They
too
prayed to who?
Valcor?
No,
Nice.
you
Malice.
prayed to Malice
You
with
fake
Valcor.
with-
Oh, yes, sorry.
What do you
I
mean?
have
Yes,
met him
yes,
before.
sorry.
Better get jealous.
Fake prayed to who?
Malice. I don't know much about him. I was fake praying.
He feels a little betrayed right now.
I was just trying to help another person out. It wasn't. I wasn't, you know.
Sincere.
Yeah, it wasn't sincere.
Dang.
I'm the favorite now.
We also don't pray to each other.
No. It's very important. I don't care who you pray to. We're not. This isn't a religious thing between you and
Yes.
us.
No, I like that.
Please. If you're going to, okay, this is where I have to be a patron. Hold on.
Patron, not a friend.
Okay.
Patron, not a friend.
Patron, not a friend.
If you're going to pray to a god, it cannot be a primordial evil being, or else I will have to kill you myself, because that is strictly forbidden. Primordial gods have magic that is way stronger than our pact.
Yeah.
Stronger than anything on the material world. Stronger than fucking everything, okay? Why the fuck would you... Sorry. Malice is not something to pray to. He's not someone to worship. He's not someone to talk to. He's not someone to talk about. Malice is the worst.
Now I know.
Aura is a fucking saint, shining in the night sky for everyone to look to for guidance compared to Malice.
Isidore's not laughing by the way, it's just me.
If we need to end this pact for you to continue this path, I will offer you a way out right now.
No, I don't want out, and I don't want this path with Malice. I literally was just trying.
Let me see your hand.
My hand? Why do you need to see my hand?
Show me your palm.
I forgot which one it was.
Whichever one it's, and he looks at it, and he like pulls like your fingers down, exposing the veins on your wrist. And he like watches how like the blood is pumping into your hand. He's like, you felt him. You talked to him. You connected with him.
I didn't mean to. Like I said, that was fake praying.
There's no such thing as praying.
I was just.
It is canon. Sorry, this is a serious moment. Try not to laugh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
There's no such thing as fake praying to Malice.
I didn't
You
know
can
who
fake
it
pray
was.
to one of the friendly gods. Fake pray to Soul. Fake
But
pray to
I don't even think
Eraton.
I knew who I was praying to.
He knows you now.
Well, what does that mean for me? What am I supposed to do? I don't want to walk that path.
But now he walks along with you.
You're getting kicked off the boat.
No, I'm not.
Malice,
This will not happen in a second campaign.
Malice has connections here that he shouldn't have, but stupid, dumb, idiot people keep trying to talk to him. Apparently, Night Stalker being one. I didn't know about that. Thanks for that information. Now that I know he's a stupid dummy.
And I feel very tricked by him.
I'll deal with you in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Are you the only one that prayed to Malice? Real prayed to Malice?
Yes. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, wait.
Oh, I was there. I did not.
Yeah. It was only me.
How long has it been?
Been a couple weeks.
And have you felt his presence since? In any way? Any form?
Have you?
Yes. I have.
What did that feel like?
It came in the form of dreams. But not.
Do you know what that means?
Don't ask me to interpret a dream again. No, I don't.
Right now he's stuck behind a divine gate. Has
Yes.
been for a very long time.
Right.
The divine gate is beyond any planes of existence.
Yes.
It's locked
Okay.
by the gods.
Mm-hmm.
If he's able to imprint into your dreams, that means he's now worked his way through into another plane of existence the Oniric plane, the dream plane, which means he's a step closer to either the Feywild or any of the other outer planes, or the material plane, or
Oh no.
if he can get into the dreams, that means he has figured out a level. This is not good.
Is there any way to get them back into the Divine Gate now that he's in the?
Oh, he's still in the Divine Gate. That's what's scary about this. If he was out of the Divine Gate, we would know.
Okay.
The sky would be blackened. That the world would be nothing. It'd be ruins. It'd be flames. It'd be destruction all around. His minions would be running across the world and all the planes.
You have to believe me when I say that I did not intend to.
Intention doesn't matter. Intention doesn't matter. What matters is where we are now. That was 2 weeks ago. What happens is right now. Right now, what do we do?
I don't know. Give me some guidance.
This might be good. If listen, what's done is done, right? It's in the past. Blah 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 blah. But this might be good because if you have a connection with them, you have a connection with those that are trying to bring him out, then you have a way to contact. You have a way to communicate. You're one of them.
But fake.
Maybe it's time for more fake prey.
He is like fake
One
brain.
of them.
Maybe I do introduce you to Valcor / Night Stalker.
But I have to fake and pretend like I am a follower of Malice?
Just to learn information. I fake and pretend that I'm interested in all kinds of things.
I could.
Sometimes I actually am, but a lot of times I just want to learn.
Well, and thankfully with your gift of my race, I could change the way that I look so he does not associate me with the person that he's found in that temple in the Feywild.
Exactly. You know, this is good. This is good. Maybe if you do this, you know what? And you see this tablet that he pulls out,
Mm-hmm.
and it's small. And you just see a picture of your brother being held captive, alive. He says, you know, I was waiting for something really great to happen. To be able to tell you that you can save your brother. But I think this is a really good opportunity to let you know that he's been alive. He's doing, well, not well, but he's alive. You can save him.
Why did it take you this long to tell me that?
It didn't benefit me until I learned that you can do something to benefit. It's a give and take. That's what a pact is.
You have just been taking.
No, I've given you quite a bit. 8 levels worth of things, actually. You just recently got an ability score improvement, if I'm accurate.
So no time in the last 40 years you thought it was a good time to tell me that my brother was still alive?
Well, no, nothing's happened.
How will this benefit you? How will my fake praying to Malice?
Because if Malice breaks free of his chains to the Divine Gate, then he probably will destroy everything on all the planes of existence as a way of revenge towards the gods that imprisoned him. Meaning, I won't exist. Meaning my queen won't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning you won't exist.
Yes.
So how does,
So
if we have more information on that, then I can give that back to my queen. She can, because I guarantee she doesn't want him back. So if she knows that people are trying to get him back, then she probably won't be very happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a smart time for me to use the leverage of our pact. You didn't think that I was just going to give you all these powers without wanting anything eventually.
I did not know. It's the only thing that you've ever asked of me.
Well, good. It's super transactional. It's simple. I ask for one thing, and I give you all these other things.
Where is he?
Well, you actually know where he is. He hasn't really gone far. He's just a little bit under the ground of where you last saw him. He's been held by the same person. Time works differently in the Feywild. It may feel like a long time out here, but it's been different there. It's still been a while. It's been like 20 years. But
What do you mean he's still held by the same person?
well, you remember the You thought you had your revenge, which is fair, but the Feywild's an interesting place. Sometimes there's ways for people to come back, even after they've been slain. So they used your brother's life essence to bring themselves back, and now they're both still alive. So it's good for the overall society of the living. But I mean, listen, if you want, as like a I'm sorry, I can go kill that half-breed, bring your brother back to you right now. Or, as I figured, you would want that, you'd want to do that yourself, so I'd rather just give you the location and tell you, hey, go mess him up. But I can do it for you if you want, and bring him back safe right now.
You know me too well. I want to do it myself.
I know, and listen, I am sorry for hiding the information, but I knew I needed to use this leverage, and if he was ever in actually any trouble, I would have taken care of it, or I would have told someone to take care of it, because it's not usually I don't know if I could do it, but like I could make someone do it. I have power in different ways, but yeah, I don't want you in any pain, but part of what I do is, offer a lot of benefits, and sometimes I ask, and this is one of those times where I'm asking. So, I mean, I'm kind of telling, but I like to present it in a form of an ask. Because if you don't, as you know, your life is forfeit, and that's not fair to you, because I like you a lot. And you give great drawings. If you should see the inside of my cave, I have thousands of your drawings up in my cave. So next time you're in the Feywild, if you want a little ego boost or just to reminisce on some of the drawings that you've given me, I have like 30 years worth of drawings. Cool. So.
I'm sure I will get to the point of understanding. I am just angry in this moment.
That's cool. Yeah, I'd be angry too. But that half-breed centaur is yours to kill. Daphne's is okay. Kind of a win for you. And all I want in return is just if you can spy a little bit on what's going on with this malice stuff, I'd be happy to free you, brother.
When will you connect me with the Night Stalker?
Oh, I don't know. Whenever. And
that one question.
I'm sorry. As you clap, as he claps, you see where his face was, and you see this like tunnel. You still see like the ship around, and like Caehanna is like fading off into like this blurriness of like out of focus, and you just see this like everything around you is just like fuzzy and becoming blurry, and then you see clear in focus, almost like this semicircle, or not a semicircle, like a doorway.
Like an archway.
You see Valcor. And he's just like walking through the Feywild, like stepping over a branch, and he looks up at you, and he turns his head a little bit out of confusion.
Wait, I was supposed to change first.
I asked him when. I didn't say now.
He's chaotic, just like you.
It's his terms and conditions.
And he sees you, and he just turns his head a little bit, and he smirks. And that's where we're gonna end the session.
Fuck.
That is one of my 3 goals.
This is a turd.
Yeah, fuck him.
He's a little gremlin.
Grandy! Listen, I couldn't make him just a super fun all the time type of
I knew
person.
there was
He
a
had to be a little.
That was so good
I
though.
like him whenever we met him.
And the fun part is, this is just your agreement with the event. He hasn't even fucking dug in to leave us yet.
Yeah.